Session 52. The ancient stones of the Immerdust crypt groan under the weight of Much Obliged as they ascend from the depths. Exhaustion marks their faces after hours spent in Merkel's hidden temple. With each step, the oppressive darkness of the underground fades. You emerge into a dreary afternoon, greeted by a steady drizzle. The rain washes over you, a stark contrast to the dry air below. Puddles form on Erebel's cobblestone streets, mirroring the gray sky above. Your victory over Merkel's herald was hard won, leaving you battered but alive, yet, as you catch your breath, you realize you've only uncovered the source of Erebel's ghostly troubles, not solved them. The twisted ley line and the altar continue their grim work, adding to the ranks of the restless dead. As you make your way from the crypt, your minds turn to what comes next. Rest is needed, but so are solutions. Erebel has endured these hauntings for months. A few more days won't spell doom, but how do you divert a ley line? Or is there some alternative way to separate the ley line from the altar? And in the meanwhile, what do you do about House Bela's squabbles? Welcome back to Cormyr, in the Year of Purple Dragons. Yes, you did. Corthynd, make an Arcana check for me. You suspect that the ghosts will start to come back relatively quickly, but that they will come back at weakened and slowly gain in power. The Herald? Probably early afternoon. Well, it's raining, so... You're fine for me this week. But I do have you at 150%, so... Alright. The Graveskeeper's not hard to find. He's, over tending to a small garden on the side of some of the graves. Oh! Hello, then. Did you find what you were looking for? Oh! That sounds interesting, then. Immerdusk. Oh, alright then. Where can I send them if they ask for you? Very well then. I'll see to it that it's locked up. You look like you've seen a fright. Maybe you should have a rest by a fire, eh? Aye. Well, that's good to know. Oh, no intention of going inside a crypt you've locked. Right, well, I'll get on that then. Anything else? Good day then. He wanders off towards the crypt. Well, you all make it back to the inn just fine.
Well,
I mean,
figured you and me could handle it.
helped us get to the bottom of it. Although my shoulder really hurts.
Do you need more healing?
Oh, it's still sore. Feel like it's usable. I'm good, but I definitely need to, not sleep on it tonight.
Veronica will slap him in the shoulder.
Ugh.
That's for blocking with your shoulder.
Well, maybe Fig next time will let me borrow the shield.
Is this after Corthyndahast and I are back?
I think this is on the walk.
Yeah. Or maybe like right when we get back.
Del, you doing okay?
I'm still assessing.
Thanks for saving me back there again, Del.
Yeah, seriously.
I thought I was gonna be a goner for sure.
You sure you don't want a health pot or something, Del? You look pretty rough.
Del is very specifically not saying anything at the moment.
Maybe a round of drinks? I'll look at Del for any sort of like nod.
Can Val do an insight check on Del?
Sure.
Try and
Now I'm just wondering what kind of level of drunk you have to be to do an insight check on yourself.
yeah.
I'll.
I mean, he's done some communing with his god and stuff like that. I feel like that's along the same lines.
I don't actually know the answer in this particular case, what Matthew's thinking, so Matt, I'll let you answer that. But it's a pretty good check, so.
Let's see.
Good people reading is what it is, so you can get an idea of like your emotional state. Matthew tries to figure out how to put into words Del's emotional state.
Relatable.
Here, let me share this. This is how I usually do it.
I sent Tanis a
Oh, okay.
direct message.
Fill me in too, please.
Jeez. Oh my gosh. Val just look at everyone. Sorry for getting us all into that. And he'll head off to his room.
I think it's good that you did. He calls after you.
Yeah, I completely agree. We would have had to go back in there and not know. And we survived. That's all that matters. We're the better for it.
It's still stupid. I'm gonna go try and rest.
Kaelen,
What
you
are
want
the
to grab a
actual-
drink?
Who's in what room and such?
You're in a room with Kaelen and Veronica, and Val is in the room with Corthyndahast and Fig.
That's correct.
Yeah, I'll go up and get a couple of drinks for everybody who's sticking around.
Del is also heading upstairs.
Yeah, so is Fig's exhausted.
Wait, so Kaelen is doing what?
Grabbing drinks for anyone who's sticking around. So looks like you, me.
Where are you
Maybe
getting
Corthynd?
drinks?
We're at the tavern, right?
No, you're back at your inn.
We went to the inn.
Oh, but we can get drinks at the downstairs, right?
Nope.
Oh.
You can get it from the
This
cafe
isn't-
across the street.
Oh,
It's
okay,
it's
never mind.
not the-
open.
Who picked this inn?
Yeah, then I'm going to bed.
Might as well go to sleep early, get an extended rest
Yeah.
for like moving it in instead of trying to.
I mean, an extended rest will mean 2 short rests. So you'll sleep now and then take tomorrow from doing anything extraneous, and then the next day you'll have completed an extended rest.
Is that what
Like
we
a
want to do, or
long
we just
rest?
want to do a long rest?
I think an extended rest would be good. Fig would use the intermediate day to track down a courier to
The- Those are the same thing in this edition. Extended and long
What-
rest are the same thing.
I think a long rest would be a good idea. Fig would take the day that they have to be idle to try to coordinate the meeting with the Zone of Truth and whatnot.
Oh yeah, that.
What are we allowed to do if we do a long rest?
Nothing strenuous. You can wander around town, you can
Nothing.
talk to people, you can
Go
shop.
shopping.
Just nothing that would require, fighting,
Rolls.
spending hit dice, running, traveling.
You can't do that like multi-city marathon you've been dreaming of.
You can definitely get some information. Maybe we can go back to the archivist, right?
Yeah, we
The-
should
the
definitely
librarian.
go talk to the is it the mayor of the town? I can't remember what
The,
his
like,
role is.
Lord Mayor.
Yeah. To let him know about the ley line, right, Corthynd?
Maybe, perhaps.
Why wouldn't we tell him?
The more people that know about it now, the more dangerous it is.
Can
But
people
it is
use
the
it?
city. And
Can
he did
bad
ask
actors
us.
use it for bad things? Sorry, I keep interrupting.
No, it's fine.
Undoubtedly. But we can tell him, yes.
I guess everybody is going to bed.
Yeah, I think we're going to bed and then we'll do that stuff the next day.
It's fine by me. So you're all taking a short rest now?
Yes, please.
Val's not gonna sleep.
Val, don't you already have 1,000,000 exhaustion?
Only 3.
Part of why we're doing this is to get rid of the exhaustions.
Yep.
I'm going to point out that Fig and Corthynd are in the room with you, so if you're not sleeping, they're going to notice.
I need to get some scrolls of sleep.
He has too many hit points for that.
He does.
You have to beat him up, and then
And
he
he's
has
an
to
elf.
sleep on him.
Need to get some scrolls.
Oh,
of
and he's
sleep
an elf.
from
That's true.
Revised and
I think you may have missed my particular reference, but yes.
I know.
yeah, elf is the more important part. Stupid,
Uh,
not able to sleep elf.
It's more that does his elf have enough hit points?
Uh-huh.
I
Clearly.
want to know what Tanis is going to do.
Well,
Val's
so
gonna
that's
be-
why I haven't pushed the rest button yet, because Corthynd and Fig will notice you not sleeping, so carry on then.
He will just kind of lay in bed for a while.
All right.
Then
Wait. The dog is going to come lay on your lap and fall asleep.
okay.
In Cormyr, it is illegal to move a sleeping dog on your lap.
Is he
Not-
intentionally
Val's already
trying
a
to keep
criminal.
himself awake?
No, I was kind of more of just trying to RP some more OD side effects.
So
But-
that's totally fine. So he has trouble sleeping. He tosses
Yeah.
and turns. Doesn't sleep well. Is totally fine. But I think, like, if you really want him to avoid sleeping, we're gonna have to go to Constitution saving throws if he's just laying there, because like, my guy, there's a biological
Yeah.
need here in
Mhm.
play.
And
I
who
think you can have the
resist
role
sleeping
play
with a
side
dog on your
effects
lap?
while still also getting
Yeah.
the mechanical benefits.
All right.
So I
agree.
admire your dedication.
Same, but I think the best way to do it is that he's tossing and turning and struggling to get to sleep, but he does eventually fall asleep. So
Uh,
There's
heavy
your short
ass
rest.
dog on him.
yeah,
She's not that heavy. She's
think
a
she
spaniel,
called
not a
fat.
mastiff.
Pretty thick.
Oh, right.
Veronica's snoring very loudly.
What happened to, I don't know, conservation of mass?
I don't think that applies
Or
in
did-
TNT.
Have you seen what her armor does? There is no conservation.
It just goes into a pocket realm like a bag of holding.
How many spell points can I recover within?
With a short? That's a good question.
Per hit die.
I don't remember. Let me check.
I know that's a skill I have. I just never remember which one.
Yeah, it's probably under house rules. So I'm checking. For each hit die spent on regaining spell slots, you gain a pool of spell levels and can be used to regenerate expended spell slots. For example, to regain a third level spell slot, you must expend 3 hit dice on regaining spell slots. So,
Okay, so-
it would be just inverse the number of. So if you spend 3, you can get 5 sorcery points. Or spell points, rather.
Yep.
I'm spending a hit die to restore half my lay on hands. I don't know if I could have done that with the widget, but
You could not.
Is ley lines 1 or 2 words?
2, I believe.
I would have guessed 1.
Hold on, let me go look at my notes where I have it written down many times over.
Oh, it is 2. According to Google.
in WoW it's 1, so who knows?
Two is what it is in my notes.
Okay, cool.
So is it morning time now?
Yeah. You'll go to sleep, you wake up the next morning.
Kaelen, you want to grab some breakfast?
Oh, you couldn't have said anything better. I've been craving those breakfast burritos.
Del, you up?
I am. If you could order me one, I will meet you in a bit.
You got it.
Okay.
Guess we're headed over.
Yep.
Probably knock
Uh,
on Corthyndahast and Fig's door and see if they want to go join us.
There's a blurry woof, like you just woke the dog up.
Oh, oops. Knock knock.
Well, if neither of the other two are waking up, Fig will come open the door.
Hey,
Hi.
we're gonna go get some food across the street. You wanna join us?
That sounds amazing. Yes, I'll be right there. She's gonna poke the boys just to make sure both of them know what's going on in case they want to go.
Corthyndahast
I'm
is
up.
got a glazed look in his eye as he's casting spells already. I cast
Corthyndahast?
Sending
Oh,
To who?
to Vainrents.
Okay.
That's my boss. Follow the chain of command. Can't jump over just because I'm
Apprentice. Yep.
favored apprentice.
Contents.
Is there a known method to move ley lines? One has attached itself to a displaced temple of Merkul in Erebel, causing the ghost problem.
what a message to wake up to.
Right? I thought so too.
He replies relatively quickly. That is not great. The only method I'm aware of requires elven high magic. You will need to find an alternative means to resolve this.
How useful.
Well, at
Most of
least
what he
he-
wanted to do was inform.
At least he told us
Fair
it's
enough.
not great. We definitely couldn't have figured that.
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
Right.
see? Tarask triple-decker sandwich? Oh my god.
I think that's what Fig has to get. That sounds.
This is absolutely a place I would eat regularly while I was visiting a city.
right.
Oh yeah. That's what we're all gonna do when we retire. Is we're gonna open a restaurant that does this menu. Sound good?
Yes.
I love that their menu
D&D
changes
themed
daily,
restaurant.
and it's always ridiculous.
Since Del stayed back and told us to order something, I'll order him the Griffin grits and gravy, since I think that's the closest thing in spirit to a breakfast
So a
burrito.
breakfast burrito?
What?
Like it's just like greasy, like fulfilling stuff, right?
You are officially worrying me about what kind of breakfast burritos you've eaten in your life.
And he lives in SoCal. I don't understand.
Okay, maybe the harpy hash.
Yeah.
One of the spells Delryar should learn is just conjure burrito.
Well, I
Ah,
will
does
go
look
up and
like
I'll
a good
start to
spell.
order the Griffin grits and gravy. We'll see if Veronica stops me.
What? No, Veronica's definitely not gonna stop.
Just like instead of conjure
Veronica
food
doesn't
and
know
water,
better.
conjure
No.
burritos and tequila.
Veronica's too busy looking at the menu for herself. She's letting Kaelen handle it.
Yeah, I definitely order the grits and gravy then. Sorry.
I mean, that's fine. I'm just saying, out of character. These things are not equivalent.
Okay, we get
Ooh,
one
cinnamon rolls.
exhaustion on a short rest.
One exhaustion removed. That's correct.
Cool. Cool.
Damn it! Now I want a
and then-
cinnamon roll.
You also recover abilities which recover on a short rest and regain 1 hit die.
That's good to know.
And you can change your list of prepared spells if your class prepares spells.
Why didn't I? Did it automatically regain a hit die?
Probably not.
Oh, okay.
Wait, so Kaelen and I are at the restaurant after knocking on the door. Did Fig and Fal and Corthyn come to us? Come with
No,
us?
Corthynd did not get. He's skipping breakfast to do
Fig-
magic.
Val also
Figwyn,
stayed
right?
behind.
All right, so 3 of you.
So, hearing the troop head off, Del gives it a moment and then goes and knocks on the door himself.
Yeah, we're not going.
And he knocks again.
What the? Why do I only have like an extreme close up of the landing? In the splash art or whatever.
You clearly
Foul.
needed to deeply consider it.
Val will get up and just kind of irritatedly go to the door, open it up. I said we're not going. Oh,
I'm not here to take you. I am, however, here for you. If you can join me a moment.
give Court a nervous look and then, sure.
And they'll go back into the other room and they'll
Yeah,
move
Val
over.
follow.
Val to take a seat.
He'll take a seat.
Del will also take a seat. See. I'm Were you able to understand that I was trying to get everybody out of the room?
Yeah, I just figured I might as well take a quick look, make sure we don't miss anything before we all run away.
Unfortunately, you were unable to communicate that, which is what my goal in backing out for a moment was, so that we could regroup before continuing. I'm not.
I gotcha.
I was admittedly upset with how things went, but it was a difficult situation, and none of us are particularly versed at working together with anybody, let alone each other. I wanted to talk without others. Though I do have a question. You are
Right.
able to change forms, correct?
Yeah.
Were you unable to when you went to scout?
No.
Forgive me. The way I phrased my question and the way you phrased your answer. You were unable to, correct?
I was able to.
And perhaps that might be something to consider in the future.
I did consider it. I was able to move. I had plenty of options. Kaelen was there, and then
Kaelen was there because you went off without anybody knowing what you were doing. Perhaps in a different form, he would have backed out and waited for your information.
maybe. Like I said, I'm sorry for doing it, but I don't know. Not one for turning around without answers after dealing with a few shadows that disappear with a single swing.
Understood. But again, when we can't communicate, backing out temporarily to then communicate makes stepping in further less painful for everyone.
In hindsight, you're
Okay.
right, but
You had no way of knowing exactly what I was motioning for everybody to leave for, nor did any of us know why you were continuing in.
you know what, Del, I get it. Just, if it happens again, just leave me, alright?
We have no wish to leave anybody. I am trying to make sure that we're on the same page so that less communication is necessary. As I said, I can't reasonably expect you all to have known what I was trying to say.
It was pretty clear, Del.
I did
I
my
decided
best.
to go anyways.
Are you hoping to be killed?
I don't know.
Think about it for a moment.
Couldn't be so bad.
I know of a couple people that would disagree. Your mother? Your friend that you have visited in town? Fairly certain, at the very least, Figwyn and quite possibly Veronica even are somewhat attached to you.
Well, I'll make it look like more of an accident next time.
Missing the point.
Falaghard. Nobody wants to see you disappear. You are, at the very least, useful. But beyond that, you have a spark. It's faint, I grant you. But I feel like that is because you yourself are trying to smother it. Sorry to ruin the mood, but I have a work call.
Fal just get up, push the chair back, and storm out of the room.
Perfect. Corthyndahast, what are you up to now? Sending doesn't take long.
Yeah, it doesn't. If so we're doing a long rest today. Would research into how to fix this interrupt the long rest when I need to do that the next day?
No, you can do research as part of a long rest.
Research is fine? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Research is totally fine.
Niv, Centaur cinnamon rolls. How many rolls do I get for 4 silver? Is it 2 because of the plural, or is it like mini rolls and they're like 4?
That's a interesting question. Probably 3 rolls.
Okay. Is it enough for like? It's just basically enough for one person, though, right?
Actually, it's 4 rolls. They're shaped like centaur hooves.
Oh my god.
Okay, go ahead and send him in.
Fig is thinking on the same wavelength. Maybe we get like another triple decker
Joel?
sandwich and a frittata and bring it back for Corthyndahast
This
and
is
Fal.
Matthew.
Yes.
What is the
Yeah.
difference between a
Are you
centaur
having
hoof and a
problems
horse
logging
hoof?
into your computer?
I wonder if... Yeah, there you go.
I got him.
I don't think he knows his mic is open.
I think they're the same, right?
Sorry, I missed the question. I was dealing with...
What's the
Muting.
difference between a horse hoof and a centaur hoof?
They're the same. It was a joke.
What's on top?
Also,
What's on top?
the
Alright.
difference is that it's a fantasy restaurant trying to do fantasy-themed things. So it's a centaur hoof.
So Veronica will order a second helping of cinnamon rolls because they were so delicious
Yep.
for both Val, Corthynd, and Del.
Okay.
And Fig will also pay for another sandwich and some frittata so that we can give them some options.
Okay.
Corthynd will leave and go to the mayor's place.
Just as you're leaving.
Without us?
Actually, I guess you guys are still eating because he is leaving very quickly after having cast that spell. So, yeah. So, yeah, he's going without you.
Risky.
More food for us.
That's probably leaving right in the midst of Del chewing Fowl out.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I mean, it was a pretty polite chewing
Did
out.
we
Oh, it was an extremely polite chewing out.
do we see Fowl on his way out? Like, where does he go when he storms out?
Yeah, where does
To
Fowl
his
go?
room.
Oh, okay. So, no, you don't.
Wait, to his room?
Yeah,
Is that what you said?
that's what he said.
Wow, these cinnamon rolls are so good.
Which, by the way, in your room is Delene, right? She's staying here still.
Mm-hmm.
We got her in her
Um,
own room.
Oh, that's right. She has her own room.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Fair enough.
Well, Fig
Uh.
will come back to the room at least and be like, we brought some food. If you want it. If you don't, I'll eat it eventually, I'm sure.
Val, the cinnamon rolls are so good. You gotta try them.
I already ate.
Yeah,
Well-
that's a deception check, please, sir.
He was actually going to go eat a ration.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Not a
Still, you should
deception,
try.
just a disgusting.
I bet Delene would like them. Veronica will go knock on Delene's
I mean,
door.
she's like literally coming down the stairs as you say that and goes, Delene would like what?
Cinnamon rolls. Have you eaten at the place across the street? You know what? We should have invited you. I'm okay with a second breakfast.
I haven't eaten yet. Cinnamon rolls sound delicious.
Good. Now you can convince Val to eat one too.
Okay, Fowl. You need to eat a cinnamon roll.
Fine.
Do we
Now I
have
know
cinnamon
Val's-
rolls here?
Yeah. I bought an extra thing. Of
Oh,
them.
well, that's
She'll
very
hand them
nice of you.
over.
Thank you.
There's
She'll go in
also,
there and
triple decker sandwich and some frittata to share if you
oh,
want.
I
them.
think the cinnamon roll will be fine. Thank you. And she'll just kind of shoulder her way into Fowl's room, sit on Fowl's bed cross-legged, eating cinnamon rolls, and periodically feeding him bites of cinnamon roll.
I'm gonna bring those Griffin grits and gravy to Dill.
We're just bringing all this food everywhere. Like,
Anyways, Corthynd, where are you
Wait,
heading?
Where's Corthynd?
Do I think that the mayor would be available to see this early in the morning?
You have not been in this town long enough to form an opinion on this mayor.
Well, I'll head over there.
Where is over there?
Over to the
Town hall?
thing. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Town hall?
Checking the map. Yeah, that seems reasonable.
That's where you've met him previously.
Yep.
Okay. So you make your way into town hall. The central desk lady looks up. Yes, can I help you?
Is the Lord Mayor available?
He is in a meeting at the moment, but it's not a terribly important meeting. Should I disturb him?
I can wait.
Very well, there's a chair over there.
I go and sit in the chair. Brood a
Okay.
bit.
Val, you notice that Dolly is making sure you eat more than 1 cinnamon roll's worth. She just keeps feeding it to you.
Thank you, Veronica. It's very good.
It really is.
Thanks.
You know what?
Kaelen.
You could go over to the restaurant and get a whole nother helping.
Oh,
only
no,
4
I
silver.
think that would be too much.
Oh, fair enough.
I'm very small, and Val is an elf, so...
And I'll remind everyone, I already ate.
Oh, you already ate?
What did you
Yeah,
eat?
but this is good.
Fig's just kind of sitting on her end of the bed that she's been using and watching this very thoughtfully.
Wait, where is Corthyndahast at? He was here when we left you. Does anybody know where Corthyndahast is? Just went poof.
I assume he went out.
I guess we're just waiting for him then? Or...
I mean, maybe we can go to the archives and see if there's any information about... I mean, I don't know what kind of research to do in this situation, but maybe there's something.
I was
Suppose.
going to, in a little while, go down to the courier to ask them to send a message
Oh, to who?
to the Balas so that we could meet them tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Also, we should go talk to the Lord Mayor, because obviously that ley line thing could easily turn into a fiasco with the city if those like bony folks escape the crypt.
I would rather do that talk with Corthyndahast with us.
Yeah, but I mean, he went up and disappeared on us, so... Oh! We could go talk, because I want to deliver these bones to someone who can help this dude out with his issue with Merkel. Maybe the archivist will know that person, or or the Lord Mayor will.
Or the High Priest of Torm.
Ugh.
If you want to get into the business of the gods, you have to go talk to, as Corthyndahast calls them, the god botherers.
There's a lot of god botherers. They're not all the same. I'll go find one that's a little cooler.
Are you, hefting that cloak full of bones around?
Yes?
It sounds different than it did yesterday when you move it around.
Is it like mushier?
Yesterday it sounded
No.
like clattering bones. Today it doesn't.
Okay. I will
What's
take a
in
peek
the
inside of
cloak?
this cloak.
It is a pile of bone sand.
Oh. What did you do to him?
You got an incinerator in your pocket?
You could probably cook that into like some
Really good
muffins.
stew.
You don't
Oh yeah,
cook
some
bone
bone
flour.
broth.
muffins.
Bone flour. Yeah.
Maybe I could use that in some of my special alcoholic potions.
Oh, this is a person, or was a person. We have to go talk to someone about helping him out.
But why is he made of ashes now?
I don't know. Why was he bones before? Like, I don't have answers to these questions. That's why I need to go bother someone about. All right, so we're gonna. One of the ideas was archivist. Fig, you wanted to go talk to a courier? Maybe we could talk to the courier on our way to the archivist?
I, out of character, don't know why the archivist would know that.
Just like a knowledge center.
She's not, though. She's a historian.
Well, I mean, that's a knowledge center, right? Like, we may be able to learn something about if there was something about the history of ley lines shifting around, if it's ever happened before.
Okay, so you're not talking about going to her for the specifics of the bone dude.
Oh, no.
Okay,
Veronica
that's where I was
is.
confused.
Just to be clear, Veronica is.
You
but
could probably get like a ceremony cast on the bones or something.
Over the
I
table.
could cast ceremony
Yeah.
on them.
As a reminder, what she told you is she is specifically the history of the city of Arabelle.
sounds great.
So, like, Fig is very skeptical that she's going to know anything useful and doesn't want to bother her, but she won't, like, forbid you guys from going to look.
Good, because that would fail.
But she is more interested in talking to the Tormite priestess because she thinks that's a better chance of knowing what to do about our little undead
And let's do
friend.
both. We
Wait,
got the whole
you said-
day.
You have ceremony?
Yeah,
There's a funeral rite and ceremony.
I can have memorized it if Niven will let me do that.
Yeah, sure. You just took a short rest. It's memorization time still.
If you have 25 gold pieces worth of powdered silver, you can make sure that a corpse can't become undead for 7 days.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
that's not the goal. The goal is like he's under some kind of deal with, or not deal, but like curse. I don't know. Something. We don't know. Something with Merkel. And I feel like it's not just a matter of him not being turned back into a walking, talking undead. It's about, him being free.
Above the table, I was under the impression that he was a Merkelite who then betrayed Merkul and got punished for it.
That is correct.
So Fig is
I don't-
not super inclined to free him from his own misdeeds.
Like, I don't know if there's any way you can make a faithless not be faithless anymore.
False.
False, rather.
I didn't get that from his explanation. I got it more from like he pissed Merkel off and
Yeah, by
Merkel-
betraying him.
Well, I don't know that.
He
I
said
didn't
that.
Get that from
He said I betrayed him. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
So the most
Well-
we could do is like make sure he can't come back while we're solving this problem, and then maybe when it's solved, maybe something fun will happen. Who knows? Or
Agreed.
maybe we just won't be able to see him getting tortured for eternity. That's better.
Sometimes
I mean,
it
again-
does still count as a corpse.
That's
Good
a good question.
Again, Fig's not going to prevent you from doing anything. She's not fussed about it because she's like, well, if you're a Merkelite, then you got what you deserved. And if you're a Merkelite who was stupid enough to defy Merkel, you actually get what you deserved.
Well, Veronica's gonna try. So
Of course.
Yeah, that's fair.
someone pick where we're going.
I mean, Fig would like to go to the courier. She will accompany you to these other places if you want, but she's not really, like, convinced that that's necessary. And she wants to meet back up with Corthyndahast before they do talk to the Lord Mayor. Unbeknownst to her, it's already being talked about.
He's very grumpy. He doesn't like when magic doesn't work because he knows magic.
What did you guys bring back for Del to eat?
There's
Grits and
Grits.
gravy.
the grits and gravy. I mean, Fig also would not say Del couldn't have any of the other stuff they brought back. There's like cinnamon rolls, grits and gravy.
No,
triple
there's no
duck-
more cinnamon rolls. Those are eaten.
Okay, a triple ducker club and the
They reached through
frittata.
the screen and ate them.
No, Delene came down and force fed them to Fal and ate half herself.
Nice.
I would have come up to you and said, brought the gravy and grits and been like, "You gotta have this. It's way better than a breakfast burrito. It's like the perfect amount of slop after such a hard day."
And also there's a triple-decker sandwich and something else.
Frittata.
And Corthyndahast is missing. Nobody knows where he is.
I mean, weirdly, Fig might be the least concerned about that of all of the people here.
Okay.
Skirble, what do you know about elven high magic?
Not much. I know they stole it.
Did they?
Yes.
From who? The Netherese?
Yes. It's just a new form of the Nether Scrolls.
What I wouldn't give to get my hands on one of those.
We could arrange this.
Really?
Yes. You know, the last time they were seen on Farron, some nasty adventurers stole them and destroyed them.
Short-sighted.
But they cannot be destroyed, only broken up into little bits and recollected, brought back together. Yes, you should seek the Nether Scrolls. Yes.
Gotta love it when your evil familiar endorses something so quickly.
While that would help the issue at hand, I feel it would take more than, say, a week to find one.
Probably true. But imagine the knowledge you would gain.
I'll put that on the back cookpot for now. But I won't completely forget it. Just having a discussion with his bird, lizard, rat in the
Lizard
waiting room.
currently.
Yes, but he is forever Ratbird.
He's a lizard currently.
Does not matter.
While you guys are figuring out where to go, eventually, the Lord Mayor emerges and spots you, Corthynd, and, he looks like he's about to leave the building, but then he spots you and is like, why do I get the feeling that this is not good news?
I'm not sure. It's perfectly wonderful news. I found a missing ring.
Excellent. Is that the only reason you're here?
No, that's the bad news. And I hand
This
over...
way. And he beckons you into behind closed doors into an office.
I'll hand him Belnar's ring.
I'll see to it this is returned where it belongs.
Just happened to find it.
The war wizards
bad
have dealt
news.
with it as far as I'm concerned. Oh, good bad news. Yes, right.
House Immerdusk may be upset and they may come to you with their grievances, but hopefully it won't be too much of an issue for long.
Why would House Immerdusk be upset?
I've barred entry into their crypts.
Well, as long as none of them die in the next few days, that's probably fine.
Thomas.
Lord Immerdusk was gracious enough to allow us to entry.
Is there
And
some...
there's the source of the ghosts.
Oh. Well, why is this bad news?
Because we weren't able to solve the problem yet.
Yet. You're a war wizard. I'm sure you'll figure it out.
I've spoken with... was it Lord...
Warder.
Lord Warder. I've spoken with the Lord Warder, and he has no idea how to solve the issue.
He has no idea, or he put his trust in you?
Yes.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
There is a unusual magical confluence currently locked to the city underneath that crypt. As well as a... how to say it? Lost Temple of Merkul?
Immerdusk, yes. I knew about that. You don't become the Lord Mayor of Arabel without knowing the secrets lost a century ago.
So the Merkul Temple is connected to the Immerdusks?
It was, once upon a time, back when Merkul was a god.
Interesting.
It's been inactive for a very long time, and that branch of House Immerdusk was excised violently by the current primary branch of the household.
And the temple sealed away.
Indeed.
Well, that does solve one of the issues. I assumed it had, or I guessed rather, that it had just been brought there. But if it's already there, that makes sense. The distressing part is the ley line.
Sorry, what is a ley line?
Magical confluence.
A river of magic. Tell him it's a river of magic.
Like a river of magic.
Magic runs in rivers now? I thought it was a weave.
It is. It's more like the threads of the weave. They don't usually, in fact, almost impossibly, can be through a town or even any kind of a community gathering, because it has things like ghosts showing up, different arcane phenomenons.
I see.
It's extremely dangerous to be near.
So, suddenly it's here? It just showed up? Is Mr. playing games?
If she is, then we have more problems than just the ley line. They're not supposed to just wander about.
So, someone moved it then?
That's my working theory.
Move it back.
That's the hard part, but we're working on it.
I see.
If we can manage it, that would take care of the ghost issue.
What do you need?
Can't. I might be able to find what I need at the Spell Spire. What I need to do is research.
Then the Spellspire is likely the place. Most of the arcane knowledge in the city is kept there.
Do you think there'd be any difficulty with getting them to work with me?
You're a war wizard.
You'd be surprised at how many people take annoyance at that fact.
I don't think they legally can tell you no. Though they might charge you.
That's fair enough, I suppose. Well, we'll work on it. If I can't get it... we shouldn't think about the bad outcomes.
Oh, we probably should, but At the moment, I don't see that you have an alternative.
What's the walled city? Wayland?
Yes.
Yeah, Wayland. That's true. The alternative is unfortunately Wayland.
That is not an acceptable alternative.
I don't disagree with that at all.
There is no cult here.
No, but the danger that a ley line in a civilized area poses is fantastic. The ghost would be just the start.
Then why are you still in my office? Go solve this.
Of course. I'll keep you informed.
Good. Meanwhile, the rest of you, have you figured out where you're going?
I mean, if no one wants to pitch the ideas, I'm still down for the archivist, just to get a history of like if they know anything about ley lines, or if there's been anything written about ley lines in the history of this in Arabelle.
Yeah, let's go there.
And then after that, we can go to the temple and do what Fig wants to do.
Okay. Are you guys all heading there together, or you guys breaking up into groups? What's the plan?
Could definitely
Val.
use some
Del?
insight from Del and Val, who are more experienced in the magic side of this.
I'll go wherever you guys want.
Where exactly? Sorry,
Oh, to the archive.
I was disconnected. Where are we right now?
You're at the inn.
In, like, just the sitting area downstairs? Or?
No, you're in your rooms.
Okay.
But, like, everybody was kind of occupying the hall, making Fal's life miserable while Deline force-fed him.
Miserable. Gosh. Eating cinnamon rolls.
I know, right?
Graphic.
I already had dried nuts.
That's what he said.
Right, archivist. It is. Let's go.
Maybe
But,
Deline can help you with your dried nuts.
For
All right. So the 5 of you head off to the archivist.
But Fig wanted to go to.
I'm going to assume while you're there, Fig is going to cross the road into Town Hall to talk to the courier. Which, as soon as she's back, she can do. Because it's literally across the street, right? So you all make your way down to the archivist, and I assume knock on her door?
Yep.
And a few moments later, she comes and opens the door. Oh, good morning. Can I help you?
Yeah. We're looking for some history in the city.
Oh, what sort
Again.
of history this time?
Magical history.
I'm afraid
Anything
I
about
don't
magic?
have much magical history. Is there something in particular?
Have you ever heard of Corthyndahast called it a ley line? A landline?
I don't believe so, but I can look.
That would be they're very helpful.
How long would you like to engage my services?
Well, a couple hours if you got it.
Oh, I
Or
tend
less
to
if
work
we
in
find things fast.
days.
Days. Oh.
Yes.
One.
The way it works is you pay me by the day up to a maximum, and typically you provide me with an upfront fee ensuring a certain number of days of research.
How much is each day?
About 10 gold.
I'm here, right?
No, you're across the street.
Okay, never mind then.
You went to the courier.
I did.
I'm just gonna kind of look back at the rest of the group and
Sure.
shrug.
Here's 10 gold.
Only one day.
So
I think that's
we're
probably
looking for
enough,
some
right?
specific information about ley lines and proximity to Arabelle.
I see.
Ooh, and how to move them.
Oh, I doubt I'll have that.
That is
Well-
not the type of information that an archivist would have.
I can tell
The
you if
history-
there's been any mention of ley lines within the city, or near the city, or by anyone who is prominent in the city over the last 800 years.
That's
Fair enough.
pretty good.
Maybe start by looking at nearby ones. We don't think there should be one in this city, right?
I understand, but the information's not exactly organized in such a way. I'm going to have to look through a number of texts, and I will simply find what I find.
We do
What if we
actually
narrow it
have,
down by years? Sorry, go ahead, Del.
I was simply thinking that we do have a head start on where to look.
Hmm. And where's that?
And Del is pointedly looking at Kael to see if Kael can follow his train of thought.
Perhaps around the time that the Immerdusts, built their or set up their crypt, I guess.
The Immerdust crypt has been there for several centuries.
Can we start when it started and just kind of look?
Specifically,
any-
the Immerdusk family would be.
Yes, I understand, but, well, yes, I can certainly look for the creation of the Immerdust crypt and see whether or not it is related to ley lines. I'm very confused by this. And you want me to do this all in a day?
Well, or if you look up the creation time and also any times it's been updated.
Updated,
changed,
you mean...
like work's been done on it
I
around
see.
those times.
So, the Immerdust crypt, when it's been renovated or improved upon, and ley lines.
Yep.
And one day?
How about we come back in a day, and if it didn't work out, maybe we can work out another deal.
I'm
More
going to
days.
be very honest with you. In one day, I will barely have time to get started on this project.
Monica will give her another 10 gold. How about 2 days?
She just
And then
looks very
whatever-
bewildered at you all.
Whatever you find will be, I'm sure, incredibly helpful.
2 days. Very well. It's your money, and I suppose money is time, so very well. 2 days. I'll time box it to 2 days. I'll do my best.
How did you like the feather? The quill?
The one that Corthyndahast brought me.
Yeah.
It was very lovely, thank you. Is there anything else?
Oh, is there a, I have some bones from a temple of Merkel, and I would like to drop them
From a
off
temple of
somewhere
Merkel?
Where I
There
would
are no
like to drop them
temples of
off-
Merkel.
Is that that's where we were at, wasn't it? Oh, maybe that wasn't where we were at.
My
Anyway.
dear, Merkel is dead and has been for nigh on a century.
This is
Yeah.
why we are looking into a long ago crypt.
What does Merkel have to do with Immerdusk?
It doesn't. It doesn't.
And ley lines and... Oh, this is very confusing.
But anyway, my question was, I would like to drop them off somewhere where like, is there a particular temple that handles, like, sour deals?
Why would I know?
I don't know, because you know a lot about the city.
There are 30 temples in this city, my dear.
Can I get
What's
a list?
the...
Not from me.
Which one's the goddess of luck?
Timor.
Timora.
Tamora? You know of a temple of Timora?
There is a rather large temple of Timora.
I don't know if she... Well, I guess we could try it. Where's that one at?
Did I not mark it on the map already? I did. It's right here.
Okay.
It's on the west side, over in the temple district, with most of the other temples.
I guess we could try that
It's a
one.
weird place to put a temple. You'd think you'd put it underneath a grave.
He's certainly had some bad luck.
Oh, that's true. Alright. Good call. Let's go to the... Timora could definitely help. Alright.
This
You have
poor,
been incredibly
bewildered
helpful.
archivist.
2 days.
I'm looking forward to the results. Thank you very much.
We'll be happy with whatever information you find, I'm sure. You are a fantastic archivist.
You were going to say librarian, weren't you?
She just kind of nods and closes the door. Meanwhile, across the street, Fig, you spot Corthyndahast as you're heading in.
In fact, we're like, oh, hello.
Ah. Hello.
What have you been up to?
I gave the ring that we recovered from those thieves that took it to the Lord Mayor.
Oh, yes, those thieves. Well, I was going to go see if I could get the courier's help in setting up a meeting tomorrow between you and me and Jocelyn Baylor.
Right.
I know, it's so funny.
Can't we just fireball them?
Do you think that your superior would be happy with that conclusion?
I mean, it would resolve the issue.
Would it? Or would it
If
just
fireball enough of
complicate
them.
it? I don't think we should fireball them, Corthyndahast.
Very well.
Also, the others are across the street, bothering the archivist if you wanted to see them.
Oh, wonderful. Wait, why are they bothering her?
I'm not sure. I think it has to do with Veronica's bones.
Interesting. All right, I'll meet you there then.
Right. And Fig will hop in so she can go get the courier to send a message.
Yeah, it'll cost you a silver piece.
Yeah. I assume it's not really particularly relevant exactly what it says.
I assume you're proposing a time tomorrow
Yeah.
to meet with Jocelyn.
Yes, and whoever else, Jocelyn's brother, if he's available. You know, anybody who needs to be stuffed in the zone of truth and questioned.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll go over to the archivists. Or meet people on their way out, or whatever's going on.
Mm-hmm. So you guys are all together again.
What the hell, Corthyndahast? You just up and left us? You didn't say anything? What the hell were you doing?
You were having breakfast. I wasn't hungry.
You didn't eat anything? That's not good for you.
Breakfast is a meaningless meal anyways.
It's the most important meal of the day. How do you think I got these big guns? And I'll flex.
I don't even know what a gun is.
Guns are known in Faerun.
But Fig may not know about them. They are rather
That's
recent.
All right. Well, we've got to stop and get something, right, Fig, for Corthin to eat.
I mean, I do
A
have a
snack?
whole frittata and a sandwich back at the hotel. Sorry.
I
There you
sustain
go.
myself on knowledge. It's fine.
No, you
That
don't.
is an empty stomach.
Speaking of, I figured out that the Temple of Merkul's been there for many centuries. It's not a recent addition.
Oh, the archivist didn't seem to know about it.
I'm not surprised. It seems to be a bit of a secret. I'm sure
Oh.
House Immerdusk is not happy about that sordid part of their past.
Perhaps they need
Townsfolk
to
tend
take
not
a
to.
better attempt at sealing it up properly.
Yeah, it would have been fine if not for the ley line.
We have no reason to believe they're directly responsible for that.
So wait, did you go talk to, like, did we see him walking out of?
I spoke with Lord Dauntinghorn.
Okay, what did he say?
He was very grateful that we were able to find the thieves that took that ring.
And
Yeah.
And he was aware there was already aware that there was a temple of Merkul in the cemetery underneath the crypt of House Immerdusk.
So he knew, but the archivist didn't? That's odd.
She probably knows, but doesn't know that she knows. As in, it's probably, or quite possibly could be, in her books somewhere.
The archivists rarely know everything that is in their archive.
That's kind of the point of having an archive, I feel.
Fair.
that makes sense. I thought that's kind of what made them archivist. They've read all the books.
I suspect the various undead down there were not undead until the ley line came about.
I do think that the ley line is the more pressing issue than the dead temple of a dead god.
Seems kind of related.
What's
It
in that
might be.
bag you keep? You didn't.
What bag?
But
Are you talking to
what
What
Veronica?
bag are you talking about?
Just
Absolutely,
looking at the
Veronica.
bag
That's
that you
the
have that you're
bones.
dragging
I
around.
told you.
The cloak. It's a cloak.
Oh, cloak.
Veronica's bones.
Which she's turned into a bundle.
I didn't notice that you had brought those out. You have strange keepsakes.
She wants
He
to save
needed
him.
help. He needed help. And what are we if not helpers? So we're gonna take it to the Temple of Timora and see if we can help him.
Help a false?
Why not?
Interesting.
I decided there wasn't any harm in letting them do it if they wanted to.
Yes. I mean, there's a lot of fruitless things that aren't harmful that you can waste your time doing.
I mean, some of us gotta have a little respect for the dead.
Why? They don't respect us.
That's not entirely accurate.
Now, some of them do, but
Some of the dead
most
are
of them are
very
very
fine
grumpy.
people.
I mean, they
He
aren't
seemed-
dead.
To be fair, he seemed fairly respectful. Just was doing his job fighting us.
Yeah.
Most
Didn't
undead
even
I've
want the job.
interacted with are foul-tempered and annoying.
Maybe that's because we shoot them first. Maybe if we took a second to talk to them. Give them some cinnamon rolls.
Oh, talking to them doesn't help. It just makes it worse.
What happens when you give an undead a 7 roll? Does it just fall out?
Then they ask for a glass of milk.
You know, do you have any of those cinnamon rolls left?
No, but we can go get them. Do you want some?
We have frittata.
All right, we're gonna go grab some cinnamon rolls, and then we're gonna go to the Temple of Timora, unless someone wants to do something different.
I think the answers we might be able to find for the ley line could be found in the spell spire.
Oh, what's that?
Mm, is it a magical school, or is it like just a magical club?
More like a club, yeah.
Consider it an archive for arcane knowledge.
It's a spire full of spells.
See, that's exactly correct.
Oh, maybe they know more about the name that you had, that you were looking up, Del. That might be a good place to also ask a question about it.
Unless the name was specifically involved in arcane works, it is unlikely.
I mean, do we know whether or not?
I'm still awaiting answers from the archivist. I will continue my search after I get that.
Oh, maybe we should have asked her how that's going.
I will get my answers when I get my answers. Rushing them is not going to make them actually happen any faster.
How does she charge by the day, take on multiple jobs within the same time period?
Right? I feel like you're onto something there.
Did she just rip us off?
Just probably sipping some coffee right now, laughing.
What did you pay her to do?
Find information on anything related to the iridescent ley lines.
Did you pay her to do that on a deadline?
2
In
days.
2 days.
You paid for 2 days of work. Did you pay for her answers to come to you in 2 days?
You said
That-
we'd be back in 2 days.
I thought that was the same thing.
Did she agree to have answers for you within 2 days?
She didn't deny it and said she'd do her best.
The answer to how she does that is she just does the work the next day. She doesn't have anything assigned, and you wait.
Come to think about it, she did seem a little shocked in the timeline.
Well, it's done now. Can't do anything about it.
It's
So,
just
Spellspire.
gold.
Spellspire is on the same side of the city as the Temple District, more or less.
Okay. Why don't you head over there? Anybody wants to go with Corthyn could go with Corthyn, and then, like, I can take care of the bones. It's a big deal.
I'll go with you, the bones. I want to make sure it gets, the rest it deserves.
Okie dokie.
It just kind of looks
right.
long suffering.
Did you? I know you probably have the list of the scrolls that were in that case of scrolls from the Chosen of Merkel.
Did I get that done? That is a good question. It is possible I forgot that was on my to-do list.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
So, Spellspire, we're headed that direction. Also, the Temple District. And maybe stop by and get some cinnamon rolls for Corthyn.
Yeah.
And then Veronica will, as we're walking, will ask Kaelen, how's his shoulder doing, and hit him in the shoulder again.
I don't. It doesn't even bother me at all. I'm like 100% again. Not even tired. Don't even flinch. And then I will do it back to her.
There, I will note there is one thing you guys have forgotten about that I only just
What's that?
remembered as well. You do actually have a meeting planned today,
Oh.
With who?
Lady
That-
Huntcrown.
Oh, wait. Did she never got back to us though, right? We stopped by their house. We had the altercation
What
with
do we-
Card. And then they were supposed to get back to us on
They
when?
sent you a message that she would meet with you on the 12th.
Why were
Oh, I don't
we?
remember that.
Man, we've been in that crypt for like 5 sessions.
3. It was 3
Okay.
sessions.
Why?
Yeah, I also don't remember why we were. Although I remember having to
Because
take over
the
with
Hunt
Guard.
Crowns own the... What is the name of this place again?
Oh, the
The Moonstone Manor Apartments.
right. But
That's where he
we
saw the ghost.
well. Oh man.
They also met with a Bela. How dare they?
Right.
Yep. They also were related to the little locket thing that happened at the inn.
Yep,
Hmm.
that's also true.
Man, this
Wait.
is like an avenue of thought that is completely turned over with the revelation of the Temple of Merkel and all
I know,
that
right?
jazz. Like, oh man.
But he could still be in league with the Belas in some way to conspire on like the
Well,
ghost
but-
stories.
They're allowed to meet with.
Yeah, just meeting with Jocelyn or somebody in Jocelyn's colors isn't necessarily circumspect.
I'm wondering if it is at all. Oh man. Oh, it's too much. Too much thinking involved in this. Where's something to blow up?
Wait, what time was the meeting? Nib?
This afternoon, it's tea.
Okay. And who was invited?
All of you,
Oh,
because you asked for all of you.
okay. So I guess
I suppose.
What
we can
time is it
still
now?
do
Morning.
okay. So we could probably still do the Spellspire and the temple real quick, and then well, maybe we'll see. And then go have tea with Hunt Crown. Maybe some of us, if Corthynd wants to stay at Spellspire.
I mean, if we also don't think we need to talk to her anymore, we could just send a message saying the meeting's no longer necessary.
That
Well,
feels
I mean, we could always have some tea as well. You know, you never know.
Do like
we
tea.
don't all have to go either. Like it feels rude.
Yeah, it
to
feels
us,
rude
the
to
audience.
just blow her off.
I mean, I agree, but we're not always above being rude, so.
That's
Not me. I'm
We're
not
not all
rude at all.
Veronica.
How dare. All right, so we're still
Are-
headed to get cinnamon rolls.
Are any of
who's paying for
you
the cinnamon?
versed in alchemy?
I make some interesting alcoholic beverages, but that's about it. With alchemical properties.
I don't.
I am actually.
Ah, then maybe you can make use of these. And I happen to just have ghoul claws. I pull one of them out.
Oh. Good thinking.
What do you even do with those?
Probably make a mean back scratcher.
Not
If you
wrong.
want to scratch your back entirely off,
The harvesting and loot thing says they can make paralyzing dust, but I don't know how the crafting system works on that.
Veronica will pay for the cinnamon rolls. And
Okay.
hand them over to Corthynd. They're really
Do
good.
what?
she bought you cinnamon rolls.
Oh, okay. He'll make a show of eating one while also wrapping one up in a piece of parchment and putting it in his pocket.
Are they
Tries
good?
to hide
They're
that.
still good.
Oh,
What would it be, perception
Delicious.
to notice that?
Veronica just thinks that even if she did see that, he's saving it for later because he loves it so much.
Yeah, I mean, you can
I think
just see it. I don't think
think
he's trying to hide
assumes
it that
that-
much.
Did say he's trying to hide that.
Are you trying to completely hide the fact that you're keeping one for later?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Roll sleight of hand. Anybody whose passive perception is higher than this can see him do it.
Oh. You're lucky. Fig does not know you're wasting good food on the rat bird.
Oh, it's not for the rat bird.
Oh, good. Because that's what she would be suspicious of.
All right.
In fact, as
So we're
you're
headed-
eating one of the four, the rat bird leans down over your shoulder and extends his very long tongue towards it.
Well, we'll let
I'd
him
give
have
him-
one.
I'll give him a piece. Yeah.
Oh,
why
yeah.
not?
He will scarf it down happily.
Del resisting, jolting him.
All right, we're headed to the Spire and the Temple District.
Okay. Which one first?
Are we doing them together? Because we could, or we could split up.
We are kind of in a time crunch to make it to tea.
Then
Yeah.
we'll go with Corthynd to the Spellspire, because sometimes it's better not to have the cops with you. Something.
Although House Hunt Ground is over here, so we can push it to the limit.
Veronica will go to the temple and let them go to the stuffy spire.
Who all is coming to the spire with me?
Me.
I'll go.
I'm going to the graveyard. Or the
Graveyard.
or not the graveyard, but with Veronica.
Temple.
Temple.
Suddenly everything's different. I don't know what I'm
Yeah,
doing
everything's
anymore.
different.
Can you,
Yeah.
can you not crypt rob for one session?
All right, so we're getting
Once you've done it.
so we're getting Tweedledee and Tweedledum heading to the lady's house, and everybody else is heading to the Spellspire.
Del is playing babysitter. We'll put it that way.
Okay.
How dare you? One,
Fig-
not Tweedledee Tweedledum. Two, we are adults and we are allowed to adventure without babysitters.
Sure you are.
But you are
Fig,
more
where are
than
you going?
welcome.
I'm going with Corthynd.
Okay, cool. So 3 and 3. We'll do the spell or the lady's house first. So as you approach the lady's house, it rises up before you. It's a gleaming white marble facade adorned with golden accents. There's a grand staircase leading up to ornate double doors flanked by statues of Tammarast herself. Colorful banners are fluttering in the breeze, bearing her symbol of a silver coin. Very elegant.
Veronica will turn around and she will say, "Now this is a temple." Comparing it to the Torm one.
Looks pretty
What's
similar, to
different
be
about-
honest.
Yeah. Caelen's like, what's different about it?
Doesn't matter.
You heading inside?
Yeah, we'll head inside.
Inside, the temple opens into a vast circular chamber. Light streams through the stained glass windows, casting a kaleidoscope of colors across the polished floors. Rows of pews face a central altar, where a massive golden coin spins slowly, suspended in midair. There's a woman standing near that altar, just kind of looking up at it, her face upturned. She's got kind of radiant golden hair and kind of spun up into partial braids and lots of curls. And as you enter, she turns and smiles. "I knew you would be here today."
That's convenient. Because we are here today. And who are you?
"Oh, my name's Lyra. Who are
Nice to
you?"
meet Lyra. So my name is.
Wait, don't tell me.
Oh.
Oh, well, now I know you're Veronica, but your name is
Do you gonna tell me, or am I gonna tell you?
I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
Your name is... I'm getting King.
I like can't
King.
help but like mouth.
Were you named after Azun?
A zoo?
Azun!
The
The former king of Cormyr?
name's Azun?
Is your name Azun?
No.
Oh.
Close. It's
Hmm.
Kaelen.
Kaelen!
Super close.
I was close, wasn't I?
There's a few with the same letters. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
What temple is this again?
Tymora?
Tymora.
Mm-hmm.
What is Tymora about?
Luck. And it's lucky you came here today.
Yeah.
She just kind of holds her hands out and spins around and goes, "So, what sort of luck can I bring you?"
Oh my god, she's
Well-
Luna Lovegood.
Actually, we were hoping that you could help.
Wait, don't tell me.
someone else.
Kaelen just busts out laughing. You are just a... This is a great place.
You're looking for love. For a friend.
In all the wrong places.
I guess it would depend on the kind of love.
Brotherly
I
love.
think- I don't know if he has a brother.
Wait a minute. I didn't get your name. She turns to Del. I'm getting... Marcus.
Mm,
Would have been amazing if she'd said that long name.
Is it Marcus?
Not as far as I've ever been aware.
Let me try again. Myron.
What about the name of the person in this sack? And I point to Veronica's.
There's a person in your sack?
Well, there was.
Can I see?
Yeah, Veronica will open up the cloak and
Oh, blessed Beshapa! That is not a person.
used to be a person.
Oh, very long time ago, maybe.
Yes.
That
very
looks
long
like
time.
flour.
They had a bit of bad luck. And I'm wondering
Well,
if we-
yes, I can see that.
I'm wondering if we could help them.
I don't think there's any way to help this person.
Well, not like, help them come back to life or anything. Not
Yeah.
even our war wizard can do that.
Well, why would he be able to? Wizards don't dabble in life and death.
Kaelin's eyes just shift a little bit.
This person made some unfortunate decisions in their previous life and are paying for them in their afterlife.
Well, that's what the afterlife is. It is the punishments and rewards for the lives we lead.
Those that are with me believe that this one is being punished unjustly.
Did he reach his god?
I don't know. Technically.
Who was his
Technically,
god? Was it Lady Luck? No, surely not.
Probably not. Might have been. Might have been Merkel?
Merkel.
But he has a time.
Merkel's the Lord of
he's a-
Death.
I know, but
He's not a very
was-
nice god. Well, wasn't a
No.
very nice god. He's dead now, you know.
Right, and that's why.
Isn't it
I felt
ironic that
like-
the Lord of Death is dead?
Right? I felt like maybe since his god is dead and he kind of had a change of heart, he would much prefer not to be tied to Merkel. Could
Oh,
Good.
no. He had a change of heart? Did he find another god?
it definitely feels like he would if he could.
But he didn't.
And
So he was false.
but he might.
Oh, no.
No. Anyway,
Oh, there's no helping him.
Why not?
Because he's false.
Why not?
Be, 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 Because... because that's how it works.
You mean to tell me, if I switch to a different god than the one that I currently worship...
You'd be fine, because you have a new god.
Well,
What if I pick a god for him?
That won't work. He has to worship the god.
I think he would be happy with my choice.
He probably would, but that doesn't matter because he didn't make it.
I think he kind of did.
He didn't, though. He
helped
didn't,
us.
though.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. I can see that you have a really good heart, and it's very sweet of you to want to help him, but he made a decision, and he didn't resolve his conflicts before he died. That's his mistake.
Feels unfair.
It does feel
Spirit.
unfair. Yes?
If a spirit has not actually passed beyond the material plane,
Oh.
can a spirit still change their mind?
Well, I don't actually know. That's a good philosophical question. A good one for a seminar, perhaps. Or... I don't know. I could ask. But I don't know that Tamara would know either. That's not the sort of thing she normally deals in.
Who does deal in?
Oh, well, Kellenvor.
Ogwa
Is
might
there
know.
Is there a Kellenvor temple?
There is, yes.
Okay. So maybe we just need to
Specifically
talk to
nearby.
Kellenvor.
Yes, there's one in the city.
All right.
We are
Well,
not
let's go
particularly versed in the city. Where
It's,
from here
it's next door.
might we get it? That is beautiful, thank you.
You know what? This is a lucky place.
Right?
What was your name again?
Oh, my name's Lyra.
Wait, don't tell me. It was... Oh, wait, you just did. Sorry.
Oh.
Thank you, Lyra.
Well, I'm glad to
Lyra,
have
you've
helped.
been so helpful.
I try. Do you want me to ask Tamara? She might know. I don't think she'll know, but she might know.
We will try our luck with the Temple of
Oh, you'll
Kellenvor,
try your
and
luck.
I think you've
depending on
helped
what
us.
they see,
So.
we maybe return.
I'm sure that Tamara will bless your attempt.
Indeed. And he's going to hand her 2 silvers.
Oh, thank you so much.
Lyra. Okay. All
Was
right,
it-
we're
was it-
headed over to Kellenvor.
Was it Myron? Was your name Myron?
I'll just keep
No.
you in suspense until we meet again.
Oh, I like this. Please do come back. I want to get more opportunities to guess.
How come Dell's just picking up women left and right on accident?
Sorcerers, high charisma, hello.
Oh, yeah, okay, fair.
Veronica will wave as they walk out.
Bye. Good luck.
He's got the Riz.
Meanwhile, the spell
Meanwhile, is this
spire.
good time
Oh.
for a break?
Yeah, we can take a break. Sure. Good call.
I mean,
All right.
all they did was some chores.
We are back. Let's head over to Spellspire for now.
Okay.
Where'd I put the notes? I just had them. Here they are. So it is a tall, slender tower that dominates the skyline of Arabelle. It's smooth with pale stone walls that shimmer faintly in sunlight. Even the very little sunlight it's getting in the rain. Spiraling around the tower are etched runes that glow softly, hinting at some magical protections, and at the base, ornate double doors marked with arcane symbols serve as the entrance. There are 2 stone statues of robed figures flanking the doors. What do you do?
Follow Corthyn's lead because he's the well wizard.
Corthyn.
Sorry, I got stuck in my shirt. Give me a second.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay, sorry about that. I was putting a shirt on and it got stuck.
Oh, okay.
My hair got. Oh, anyways.
Anyways.
Is it any just generic statues, or does it look like it's specific?
Make a history check. You recognize one of the statues as Bearable. The other statue you do not recognize.
Hey, I will go up to the bearable statue and give it a bow of respect.
Beck will follow suit because she doesn't know what she's doing, but he's the boss, so.
This is my ancestor.
Oh.
Well, not literally, probably, but a statue of him.
Oh, yes, I did gather that much.
I'm not aware of where his remains are, but I'm fairly certain he's not a statue in Arabelle. Then he looks concerned for a moment and then says, fairly.
I didn't even know you could make statues out of remains.
Oh, it's easy enough. You just turn them to stone while they're still alive.
That seems suboptimal.
It's how a lot of statuary around wizards' towers gets done, actually. Then, go up to the door, see if it's open or if I need to knock or anything.
As you approach, you sense something probing your magic.
Mm.
What do you do?
Is it also probing me, or?
Not that you can tell.
Okay.
It's probing my magic.
Yeah.
Oh, that seems
You're
rude.
being probed!
Scowl? I don't have any, anti-probe ability, because I actually just attuned to my anti-probe ability. I do say, stop that.
It stops.
Thank you.
What?
And to the air, I guess, I'll just say, War Wizard Corthyndahast is here to discuss some things.
There is a moment of silence, and then the air in front of you shimmers, and a figure steps through the door. He has a stern countenance, emerald eyes that are gleaming with annoyance, white beard and hair that's a little wild, blue robes and a staff that crackles with power. You're no wizard.
I believe I said I was a war wizard.
And not a wizard.
Who just raises an eyebrow at him. Nonetheless, I am Corthyndahast.
And
I have need of your knowledge.
well, that is obvious.
May we come in?
No.
Then I'll get to the point. I need to know how to move a ley line.
You cannot.
But nevertheless, I need to know how.
Are you an elf?
In minute amounts, but not any amount to be detectable.
Are you capable of performing a spell-singing circle to access magics well beyond those of an individual's capability? Have you been trained in Elven High Magic?
High magic specifically, no. Elven magic, yes.
But not High Magic.
Not yet.
Well, then that opportunity is out of the way. The alternative is to be a god, or godlike. One might be a chosen, perhaps could do it if they were so inclined and worked with several others. Alternatively, yes, I'm sure some of the shadow wizards could figure out a way to do it if they bent their mind to it, but they have not been seen since the fall of the weave, so you're just shit out of luck.
What did you say your name was?
I didn't.
Well, what is it?
Irrelevant.
I should think the Crown would want to know who was getting in the way.
I'm not getting in your way. I'm providing all of the information this wizard, war wizard, not a real wizard, has asked for.
Rolls my eyes.
Well, pity for you then that you're not the one who gets to decide whether you're getting in the way.
It's fine, Figwyn. There is a dangerous threat to this city, and I am in the midst of trying to stop it. We could use your assistance.
The ley line that you mentioned.
Yes, it's under the...
There's no ley line in the city. Cities do not get built upon ley lines.
That's correct. It wasn't here when it was built.
You're saying a ley line was moved under the city.
Yes.
Which means a circle of elven high magi, or perhaps some dark wizards, or perhaps a god is involved.
Oh, a god is certainly involved.
Right. Therefore, what do you expect us to do about it?
I rather thought you might have knowledge that could be combed through to figure out a solution that resolves something other than needing a god. Or maybe you have a god on speed dial. That would be very... replace speed dial for Faerun equivalent. That would be very more expedient, certainly.
Do you have access to a god's ear?
He certainly likes to think so, but no.
I was right. You're no wizard. Who?
Who what?
Have you bound yourself to?
Cormyr.
Cormyr has no...
I am pledged to serve this country for
Cormyr has no genus
immortal
loci.
lifespan.
You cannot bind to Cormyr and gain power.
Then perhaps you don't know everything after all.
What do you bring to the tower in exchange for the knowledge we might provide you?
I have several spell scrolls.
No, spell scrolls.
Is not being overrun by a horde of undead. It's insufficient.
It's not a horde of undead. There's a few ghosts here and there. Hither and yon, not a problem.
There is a consecrated temple to Merkul under this city in the midst of the ley line.
Oh,
It is being empowered by it.
well, that
the
explains the
ghosts
ghosts, then.
There are things down there that are a problem.
It's
Like
been
that chosen.
several months already, and they haven't come crawling out. You expect them to suddenly change their mind?
I expect that power can pool over several months.
Knights. Ugh. I ask again, what knowledge do you bring that we do not already have?
Have you heard of Citharine Senor?
Shanor. An elven wizard, was he not?
He was, yes.
I believe he was in Ilifar's court.
I have his journal and spellbook.
Oh.
I will not trade it, but I will allow it to be studied.
One moment, and then he simply dissolves.
What an infuriating humanoid.
It's about what I expected, to be honest.
Well, I'm glad you're not that kind of spellcaster. Ugh.
Val's with y'all, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, Val's there.
Unfortunately.
I mean, you volunteered.
A
I
moment
thought we'd have some peaceful book reading.
later, he reappears. We've agreed to allow you access on one condition.
Name it.
You must name whom you have bound yourself to. We cannot allow the likes of Beelzebub's disciples into our space of knowledge.
Beelzebub.
That seems... Maybe go somewhere to speak.
Privately, without your friends to hear.
I'm his knight.
You're a knight. You're not his knight. That's a silly statement.
This is the sound of Fig just staring real hard.
Is that what you wish, to speak without them hearing?
Yes.
And you watch as he hastily works through a spell. And then completes it. It is done. Do you want to identify the spell that he cast?
Yes.
Make an Arcana
If I
check.
could.
Called tin cans on a string.
So it's a
Tin cans on a
it's a persistent illusion that warps sound around you so that only you two can hear what's said.
Clever.
Literally cone of silence.
I'm going to cast Vandergast's Minor Delusion and sit down on the air.
He arches a brow very
It's just-
slowly.
Gonna like stand there and vibrate with impotent fury because
And I'm unsure if the Gaius I got prevents...
Read what the wording says. Didn't I give you the wording of it?
I don't know. Let me see. I don't think you did. No, we didn't. We didn't go through the specifics of it.
Okay, well,
Seems like a foolish
Can
thing
I
to do
mention it?
regarding a Gaius.
I suspect Vanderhast would be displeased, but he's not going to bar
Right.
you from telling anyone, as long as telling them doesn't upset the balance of power in Cormyr.
Right. The same person who taught me this.
Ganrast.
No. Think a little older.
Vanderhast.
My cousin, yes.
Taught you this spell, and you are bound to him. But he is bound
He's a lot
himself
of
to the
things.
land. He is no longer living, nor human, nor capable of...
He's a lot of things.
Swear it. On your magic.
The easiest oath I've ever made. I shall swear on my magic that all I've said is true.
He just, flicks a hand and the cone of silence vanishes. Very well. You may access the spell spire. We will be curious to see this Shaynor book you mentioned.
I'll need it back, of course.
Yes, no, we will not keep it from you. I understand. We just wish to see it. Under your supervision, of course.
It's a quite interesting read.
I'm sure it is. This way. And he turns and literally walks through the door. Without opening it.
Big is just going to assume that she is invited too and try to follow Corthin.
Does Corthin also walk through the door?
Yep.
Yep.
No
yep.
hesitation.
Yep, walks right through. Fig, you slam face first into a door.
Does it open? Can I open it with my hand?
You can try.
I would like to try to open the door.
Does it have a handle?
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my god.
Man, this guy's a...
Assholes.
Yeah.
You take 1 lightning damage as the door jolts you.
More is way more fun.
It just kind of sets her jaw and looks at the door and then looks back at Fal and then looks at the door.
Yeah.
Once I'm inside, can I open the door?
I can't get in.
What door?
Of course.
What door?
Look back at the non-door filled wall and just go, of course. As bad as elves these are.
And he'll lead you into the library where you can do your research.
Okay.
Val and Fig, what do you guys want to do?
You stay in, Fig.
Yeah.
I'll see you.
Okay.
Oh no, Fal's loose.
Fig's gonna find a place that's hiddenish and dog out and then sit by the door of the tower and just bark. Occasionally, oh!
Aww.
Fel's just gonna head back to the inn.
Okay. You find Dolly is in the entryway drawing on a sketch pad.
He'll walk over and see what she's drawing.
You.
Ooh, is he nude?
No. In fact, he looks somewhat sour-faced, and there is a bit of a cinnamon roll in front of his face.
I actually don't look that upset in that one.
No. You look kind of cute. I mean, annoyed, but cute.
Well, maybe it's not so lifelike, a little artistic interpretation.
Oh, no, I was toning it down.
That's rude.
But true.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
I did want to just kind of fill you in. Maybe explain some of the sourness.
Okay.
Over the table, did I already say that I had overdosed to her? I don't think I did, right?
Nope.
Okay. A couple nights ago, I screwed up. Got back on the dream mist after I'd been trying to quit.
Well, I'm glad you're trying to quit. That stuff's bad for you.
Yeah, it really was. Especially this stuff. I didn't know the dealer, and I don't know if it was alcohol, the dream mist.
Aren't you usually the one bringing it here? To pass to the dealers?
Yeah.
Isn't that usually how that
Risks
works?
It got requisitioned by a war wizard.
The one that you're hanging out with.
Yeah.
Is that why you're hanging out with him?
No. I think they didn't know to begin with. But such close proximity, I mean, it came out eventually.
I'm sure it did.
I've been trying to get over this, but
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I appreciate the lack of a lecture.
Why would I lecture you?
Speech.
Why would I, of all people, lecture you? Listen, I understand vices better than anyone. I also understand feeling like you have no other options. We do what we gotta do, Val. And if you can get away from it, good. But if you can't, I understand. I'm not here to judge you. Well, maybe a little, and she holds up the picture.
I'll just chuckle. Then... Thanks, darling.
Are they giving you lectures?
Non-stop. Always tell me I'm worth more to them alive. At least I'm useful, and
Wait,
I can get
hold
over
on.
it.
Hold on, wait a minute. Worth more to them alive, and at least are useful. Those don't sound like lectures. Those sound like honest truths. They like you.
Sure. I mean, maybe we've grown on each other a little bit, but...
Are you trying to not be alive? I don't like how much hesitance you have here.
It's been some weak moments.
Oh, Val.
But I'm getting past it.
You know, if you ever need to talk, I'm here.
I do.
And I'm not going to judge you for whatever this is. I won't lecture you. But I will tell you one one thing. Just one thing. I know a lot of people, myself included, would be very sad to lose you.
Try to make sure that doesn't happen.
Good.
We'll just sit quietly.
She's actually going to put her sketchbook away and put her arm through yours and ask, do you want to go for a walk?
Yeah, could do with some air that doesn't smell like dog or rotten corpses.
There's a park on the north side of town we could go to.
Park sounds great.
Come on. And she will just literally take you on a walk without expecting anything. A stroll through the city. Up to the park in the north.
It'll make some idle chit-chat, but...
Meanwhile, are the rest of y'all heading over to the Kaelen temple?
Yeah, that was right next door, right?
Yeah, it's the Hall of Final Journey there.
Fig is busy sitting outside the wizard tower crying.
Yeah, I know. So the Hall of Final Journey is a solemn granite structure with clean lines and minimal ornamentation. Its facade features a large sundial above the entrance, reminding visitors of life's fleeting nature. There's a stone statue of a hooded figure beside the heavy iron door, bearing a scale that dangles from his hand.
Veronica will whisper to Kaelen very quietly, decidedly less fun than Tammarast temple.
Wait, can you say it one more time?
Decidedly less fun than Tammarast temple.
Yeah, I mean, I like the scale. That's cool. But I agree.
I feel like there should be a Yelp reviews for the temples, and it's for Veronica.
You heading inside?
Yeah.
Inside, the air is cool and still. Soft light filters through narrow stained glass windows depicting scenes of peaceful passing. The main chamber houses rows of simple wooden benches facing an altar adorned with an ornate balanced scale. Along the walls, niches hold golden urns and small memorials to the departed. There's a man in black robes, tall, gaunt figure with graying hair, that approaches you from the side as you enter. Hello. Welcome to the Hall of Final Journey. How may I assist you?
We have a delivery. We think that you might be able to help us with it.
A delivery of... has someone died?
A long time ago. But yes.
Del? She'll look at Del.
Delivery.
The answer to that is rather complicated.
I see.
Their body is, as you can see. Their spirit has been confined to the material plane.
A ghost, then? Are they bound to their own ashes?
That is a question we do not have an answer for.
He closes his eyes and reaches out his hand over the pile of bone dust. No, I sense no ghostly presence here. We've had many sightings in the city of late, but these are inert.
I was wondering about that.
About the sightings?
About whether or not the owner of these remains were traveling with us, or if they were bound to the location we found them.
It seems they're not traveling with, that's for certain. Why would you have thought to come to me?
Del will look at Veronica and make a small nod to him.
Well, you see, we visited this dead god of death's temple.
Merkul
this
or
guy-
Bane or Cyric? Well, I
Imp.
suppose Cyric's not dead, so... Merkul?
That one. And this guy talked to us and he was not dust back then. He was bones and walking and talking.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, he was unhappy with his situation, and we figured, we'll see about that. And I figured since it was a dead god, maybe the living gods would
Veronica.
be, better. Yeah, go ahead, Del.
Please use the words that was used at the last temple.
I've
It
forgotten the
starts
word.
with an F and ends with an als.
False. False? Oh, yes. I still don't understand that. But, false? He's false?
Is that an IC or an OOC not understanding?
I think it's kind of both.
That's okay. False. You don't understand what it means to be false.
It's more like I don't understand.
It's
than
all
I
right.
don't understand.
It's okay to admit ignorance. We cannot gain knowledge if we don't admit to ignorance. I would be happy to enlighten you if you are interested.
I think I'm more interested in seeing if we can do anything to help this dude.
He is among the false. Only Kelemvor may help him. And I cannot petition on his behalf. He must meet with the Lord of Death himself in the afterlife.
How do we help him with that?
We cannot do so.
Why not?
Because that is not a realm we can reach without ourselves first dying. I suppose if you wished to die, you could go and speak with the Lord of Death yourself.
On his behalf?
Certainly, if you were granted an audience with Kelemvor.
Alright, well, I'll keep that in the back pocket. I don't plan on dying anytime soon, though.
I thought you might not like that option. Regardless, it is imperative for your sake that you understand what it means to be false. Will you permit me to educate you?
Timora and I got a thing. I think I'm good.
I want to know.
There are 3 states of souls on Faerun. Those who have worshipped a god and who believe fervently in that god's mythos and practices. At the end of their lives, they will be taken up by their god to their realm to receive their rewards for a lifetime of service. In turn, your worship provides power to the gods, and that, in turn, allows Faerun's balance to be maintained. Those who elect not to worship a god are known as faithless. Because the faithless choose to reject gods, they are judged harshly for their decisions. Their souls go to Kelemvor, and Kelemvor weighs their actions harshly. They are punished for their transgressions, for without their worship, the gods cannot ensure the security and safety and longevity of this world. Finally, there are the false, those who claim a god, and then betray them. Betraying a god is a grave mistake, and the punishment is severe. Typically, it involves being cast into a wall where you are ground down into nothing but dust. For eternity.
Homeboy's got a head start on it.
So that's what happened to this guy in the bag.
Well, perhaps, but you mentioned that you had spoken with him, and I presume, based on the description, that you did not mean you had spoken to him while he was alive.
No, he was a chatty corpse.
Then he is undead. Intelligent undead, no less, which is... Well...
And his essence was dispersed after a short combat.
you
But
defeated him.
before the combat, he mentioned that there was magic that would reincorporate him.
He is cursed, then.
Yeah.
And, forgive me, but I believe you mentioned he is related to a temple of Merkel.
Yeah.
So he has betrayed Merkel?
Sounds like they're not on speaking terms.
I see. Then I am merely guessing here, but it sounds as though Merkel has enacted a punishment by passing Kalemvor's judgment. And odd that it should persist after the god's death, but this is not the first case I have heard of Merkel having the last laugh, as it were.
In this case, we actually believe that there is an external influence that is causing the curse to persist.
I see. Well. And you wish to help him be rid of this curse?
Well, now that you say it, I don't really want him to go... Like, I guess he should be judged for whatever his actions were, but harshly sounds a bit unfair.
My dear, is it unfair if the entire world unravels and becomes naught but dust in the cosmos?
I mean, that feels like a slippery slope argument.
And
Is
yet,
this one
it
person?
is what will happen if enough people choose to turn their backs on the gods.
I mean, people should have the choice.
They are given the choice, knowing freely that their decision will lead to one of three outcomes.
Feels like a system built to benefit the gods more than other people.
Oh, I assure you, the system that benefited the gods is what came before this system. They despise this system because now they must actually work to earn our faith. Previously, they did not give us rewards. We were only judged by the Lord of Bones for our mistakes. And he was not kind.
What if, you were aligned with one of the not nice gods, and then you decide, hey, I want to be nice?
Then you must find another god to forgive you and provide you with succor. It's not terribly difficult or uncommon for this to happen.
Alright, fair enough. So, if we meet this person again, is there something we could do to help them?
Well, possibly. You have some options. Foremost, you can attempt to dispel the curse, but doing so must be done with more power than Merkel has invested into it. Secondly, you can attempt to convince Merkel to release him, but that is somewhat difficult given the present state of Merkel as a dead god. Finally, you could ask another god to intercede. Kalemvor might be capable of this, but again, you would need to speak with him directly.
Veronica will look at Del and Kaelen.
Well, we tried.
I'm sorry I couldn't have been of more use to you. I hope I've at least educated you, and you will leave enlightened upon the matter.
It is good to know about what false means.
Did we get the guy's name?
You did not.
Okay. Not the priest.
You did not get his name
guy
either.
That's currently in the cloak.
Nope, you got neither name.
Okay.
Well, you have been very helpful, I guess. Do you want this bone dust?
Actually, I do have a use for it, if you're willing to part with it.
Yeah. Sure, why not? Del, you okay with that? Kaelen?
This seems a proper place for it.
Agreed.
Wait here a
Can I have
moment,
my-
if you would, please.
Yeah.
And he walks away into a side room, emerges a few minutes later with a wooden urn, opens the lid and offers it to you. Would you fill this, please? Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you.
Out of
Is-
curiosity, what are you using it for?
It's useful as a reagent for various rituals and practices.
Bone dust?
The dust from bones of an undead, yes.
Interesting. What do you use it for?
Again, various rituals and practices. There's no particular one I'm going to be using it for at this time, but it may prove useful in the future. Necromancy is often involved when the dead are concerned.
What? Dealing with the dead involves death magic?
Who would have thought it?
Okay, well, appreciate it. Should we tell him about the whole temple thing?
Del shakes his head.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Veronica will extend a hand to shake his hand very vigorously, and I really appreciate it.
He takes your hand, and when you go to shake, he doesn't respond to that. He just clasps your hand in his other hand very gently. Go with the gods, child.
Uh-huh. Okay, let's get out of here, guys. This is way too heavy for me.
And you guys
Did our
leave?
best, right? Yeah, I guess, yeah.
For the record, Del is incapable of hiding his amusement at Veronica's discomfort at this whole exchange.
That's near the spell spire, right?
I mean, it's here.
Yeah, sort of.
Way
Oh,
down here.
Sorry.
So
I got
a
like
road
40 different fucking wizards in the way first.
past 2 intersections.
It's
3.
600 feet as the crow flies.
Okay, so they probably do distantly hear the.
I mean, yeah, maybe. It's a busy day in Airbell.
So there's probably a lot of dogs barking.
Yeah.
Because Fig's making
In fact,
out with us.
you barking probably causes a lot of dogs to bark.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
We all know how that works.
Look, if they're not going to let her in so she'll be quiet, she is going to make it their problem.
Corthyndahast, there is a very large magical library here. What are you looking into?
Well, I want to try and figure out how to make some sort of ritual to
Move a light line.
not necessarily move it, but loose the temple from it.
Maybe dam it up and
Or-
then let it realign itself.
I want to try and figure out if I can figure out why it may have been brought here. Although I can figure that out. Maybe that'll be figured out by solving the problem. But and I'm specifically want to try and craft a ritual that will help me. Because it seems to be tied to the temple, or is it just through the temple? From when I investigated that ritual.
It just happens to be going through the temple. It's not even like dead center on the ritual circle. It's just going through the ritual circle.
I want to see if I can find out why, if there's anything that could lead to why did a ley line suddenly show up in my city? Is there a convenient book? What to do if a ley line shows up in your city? What to do if you're expecting a ley line?
Ley lines for dummies.
And then something that could help me craft a ritual around.
All right, so I feel like you don't know what you don't know yet, which is kind of important. You don't even know what kind of ritual you need yet.
I don't know.
So I'm going to
some research
suggest that you start with looking into interactions between ley lines and places of power, or how to make ley lines less doing things and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Make me let's start with an investigation check.
Okie
dokie. In the meanwhile, they are very delicately observing Shaenor's spellbook magically. They are using detect magic and all sorts of other spells on it.
Mm-hmm. That's probably smarter than just reading it. Only a dum-dum would do that.
Only a dum-dum would do that.
Hey, but now he's a dum-dum who can talk to the dead.
Not your best roll.
Well, you haven't told me if I failed yet or not, so I'd like to use my inspiration if I could.
Okay, good.
That's better.
It is better. Not your best roll.
Are you sure? This is Rob. That might be his best roll.
To be fair, he improved on a roll with inspiration. That never happens. So
yeah, I'm so happy right now. You have no idea.
I can hazard a guess. You spend about an hour hunting through, and what you find is that there isn't a lot of knowledge on ley lines. They exist. They persist throughout the world. They are extremely powerful magical conduits. They are effectively treated as untouchable forces of nature akin to the gods themselves. One does not fuck with a ley line. One studies a ley line and hopes that it doesn't get in the way of what they want. You also do find some evidence that ley lines passing through places of particularly high sympathetic, history does tend to cause that place to flare up. But you kind of knew that already. So the idea that it's passing through a ritual circle where, many ritual sacrifices were performed causes there to be ghosts, that's not really surprising at all from what you can find of ley lines in here. You also find that the solution is either whatever that place of power was needs to be cleansed and reduce the sympathy of the magic that caused it to be so powerfully aligned with some emotional resonance, or don't build things there.
Well, we're already past point 2 a little bit.
Yeah. But moving the
So-
ley line is, as far as you can tell from this knowledge, moving the ley line is impossible. Even though people keep mentioning Elven High Magic can do it, Elven High Magic of that nature has not been seen in a long-ass time. Even floating a fucking island is less work.
Well, that's easy. That's just a little 11th level spell.
Exactly. That literally is, you create a couple of mythals but like, really, when you get down to it, what is a mythal except an artificially created ley line?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was the thing you shoot at other people.
Okay, Mike Tyson.
Okay. And I'll start with trying to figure out a ritual that can cleanse the temple.
Okay. Make me... How are you going about that? Are you looking for like a purely arcane solution?
I mean, this is an arcane tower, so that seems
Okay.
like the best.
Go ahead and
but-
make an arcana check.
Okay.
Pretty good. You spend another hour digging through the tomes here. The conclusion you come to is that this sort of thing involves severing all magical ties to whatever was keeping it, associating it with this sort of bad resonance or bad energy. From an arcane perspective, you would effectively need to wash out all of the lingering necromantic energy in the area. That probably involves a lot of abjuration magic.
Oh, boy. So, some sort of abjuring ritual.
An abjuring ritual, yeah.
perhaps.
You also suspect, although you get the impression that there might be easier ways to do it, but that no one in this tower would admit to it. Speaking of, at the end of your second hour of research, the wizard who you met at the entrance pokes his head in and asks, "Are you finding what you're looking for?"
Somewhat. Although I have a sinking suspicion that divine magic might be better suited to this.
Ugh,
Right?
that's worse than what you do.
I hate to get the god botherers involved.
Ugh. Disgusting. This book of yours,
Yes?
where did you get it?
That's a good...
Check your butthole.
It's time to check my notes. Was that in the swamp?
No.
No, that was
Yeah.
the elf.
Yes.
Yeah. Was that Shane?
Was
No,
it
that wasn't him.
was a
That was a
descendant?
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
From a descendant of his.
Ah. Fascinating. You haven't been reading it, have you?
Just a little here and there.
Oh. Well, I suppose that's par for the course for you a lot. You're aware that it's cursed.
It does seem to, yes. It's very draining.
Madness. I suppose I should expect nothing less from wanting me to deal with that one.
You shouldn't expect any less from a Dahast.
No, indeed. All of you are insane. Back to Barable himself, as far as I'm concerned.
But, you know, sometimes the insanity gets us nice little statues.
Yes. Do you need anything else?
I don't suppose you'd be amenable to trades of spell knowledge.
We'll accept gold in exchange for spell knowledge, but what use have you for spell knowledge?
I am a ritualist.
Of course you are. Of course you are.
Oh my god, this guy's so lucky his stupid magic door couldn't let Fig in.
Yes, well, we've many spells. You're welcome to peruse them and find what you're looking for, and then present them. We'll charge you based on what we believe is appropriate from there.
All right, thank you.
Of course. There's a supply of magical inks as well, if you need to buy those.
Excellent.
Well, I'll leave you to it. Unless you need help.
Ooh, that is such a question for Corthynd. Man. Hold on a second. No, I don't need help.
No, I thought
Thank you.
not. A man of your talent should never need help.
Rightly so.
Indeed. Good luck. He rolls his eyes as he walks away.
Distantly.
They can't even hear it in there.
Besides, I don't need any further help than you, do I, Scribble?
No, master.
Do you have anything to add to this ritual?
Oh, yes. I'm quite sure I could add a great deal to your ritual.
That would be an outcome that I would enjoy?
Oh. Well, let's see what we come up with, shall we?
Let's.
And so you continue working on your ritual.
Mm-hmm.
I will talk to you between games about what that's going to look like, and we'll come up with something.
Okay.
In the meanwhile, anybody else want to do anything? It is now coming on around 1 o'clock.
Oh, snap. Tea. What time is tea?
Tea time.
Usually 2:33ish, I think.
Should we, Veronica will ask Del and Kaelen, should we swing by the spell tower and see if we can pick up them and head over to tea?
I think that's a good idea. Might as well get ourselves a head start.
Agreed.
Okie dokie, I guess we'll swing by the spell tower and...
The closer you get to the spell tower, the more you hear a dog baying and barking and making a howling ruckus.
You'd think the mages of that tower could silence the dog.
Poor dog. What is going on? Is somebody torturing it?
Yes.
As we walk
As you
closer
get there,
to-
you spot Figwyn sitting there, making a ruckus in dog form.
Veronica's gonna rush up and ask the dog, "What's going on? Why are you out here? What is this the tower?"
What is it, girl? Did Tibby fall down the well?
Yeah, exactly.
She immediately takes a break from howling to get up in the right up in the door and scratching with her nails.
Fig.
Yeah?
Constitution saving throw.
Oh, right, that again. Oh, I pushed the wrong button, sorry. But let's keep it. I like that one.
Yeah, sure. We'll keep it. You take 2 lightning damage as the door zaps you.
I like that the con save is like 25 or something.
Corthynd okay?
That's half damage, Rob.
Oh, damn.
You'll note I didn't kick it non-stop like I did last time. She doesn't know if Corthyn's okay, so she just looks balefully at Veronica and sits right in front of the door again and starts howling again because she doesn't want to get zapped a third time.
Where's Fal? Del, Kaelen.
I mean, he was with you all.
Del will take take an actual look around to see if he can spot Fal.
No, you do not spot Fal.
Shocking.
No, that's the door. The door is shocking.
No, this knowledge is also. 2 things can be shocking. Del's shocking.
True.
Truly outrageous.
Do you tell them that you couldn't walk through the door?
I'm a dog. How would I do that?
Fal might have. If perhaps our companion might be inclined to find somewhere to take on a form that is better at communicating with us, we might find that answer.
You just, imagine Conic at his absolute saddest. That is what's looking up at you right now.
Yeah, that doesn't work on me.
I know. I'm just giving you reference for what is happening.
Right now, I am very worried because this is a big, scary tower, and there's no Fal, and Veronica's gonna shout at the tower, "Corthynd, are you in there?"
No response.
Del is going to approach the door, and
as you approach the door, you sense something scanning you.
And Del will
tightness in your magic.
Del will stand at ease, essentially, and wait for the probe to finish.
It takes a few moments, and then it stops.
What's going on?
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Wizards are always...
Stinky poo-poo heads.
Are you just sitting there, or are you going to go change back?
She is currently sitting there looking very sad and very torn about what to do.
Fig, is Corthynd and Fal in there? Are they, safe?
Did Timmy fall down the well?
She's looking, holding Fig's little tuffy cheeks, and are they, is this a, do we need to knock down this door?
Fig just kind of whines because you asked two questions and she can only answer binary things right now, and you're holding onto her face.
Del is going to hold a hand about an inch away from the door and summon his magic and basically repeatedly cast Jolt at it until somebody responds.
Like a doorbell.
You guys watch as Del starts just chanting and like sparks shoot between his fingers in the door, back and
Every
forth,
time
back and
He
forth.
zaps it. Fig like yeah, take that door.
After a moment, a figure shimmers into existence next to you. Is there a
Fig barks
reason
at him a lot.
you are choosing to... Why are you doing that?
There was no particularly obvious way of getting anybody's attention inside the tower. So.
You have our attention. You had it the moment you approached. We deemed you
And yet, nobody came
not
to greet us.
interesting enough.
Ah, so sad for you. I am Delryar Tammarast.
I do not care who you are.
Nor do I care who you are. However, there
Excellent.
might be
We've
somebody
established
inside
that
the
we're not
tower
interested
that
in
I
one
do
another.
care about.
Therefore,
and
you
the
have nothing
nobles
to
of
say to us,
Cormyr
and we have
do
nothing to say
care.
to you.
Is Corthyndahast inside?
Yes, and
Is
he'll
he
be out
safe?
when he is done. Goodbye.
Very well.
And he
Wait, is
vanishes.
Val in there?
Fig will look up at Veronica and shake her head.
Okay, Val's not in there. Corthin's in there. Admittedly, probably reading books. So we're okay. It sounds like.
It was such a great exchange. I love how you were both continuing to talk over each other. It was so wonderful. Good job, Matt. That was great.
That was so hard.
All right. Well, I guess Kaelen, do we just go to tea without them?
Might as
The
well.
dog's ears perk up really fast at the word tea, and now she's looking between Veronica and the door like, oh no, oh no, oh no, what do I do? What do I do?
If Corthyndahast is inside, he is most likely where he would prefer to be for this meeting.
He's got his books. What else does he need?
I guess.
Most insulted look a dog has ever given a human being ever.
But where is Fowl? Like, did you just leave?
Not.
I mean, we could always check back at the inn real quick on our way.
If they were not willing to interact with a
Man, that is-
noble or someone that can harness arcane ability, they likely had no interest in anybody but Corthyn. And Val likely was not willing to wait.
Okay. Do we have time to go back to the inn? I mean, we all understood that tea was happening, so maybe they'll just show up. We just go get tea
I think
now.
hunting for somebody in this city might be counterproductive.
That
They
is
will either join us or not.
such a Veronica thing. They all understood that tea was happening.
Fig's gonna sigh and look like the saddest spaniel that ever existed, which is an accomplishment, and go find a place to shift.
I guess we're going without them then.
All right.
She will also explain when she gets back with the others that all Fal said was that he was gonna go, and she was preoccupied.
All right. Well, let's go to Hunt Crown and have tea.
Surprised you would let Fel run off on his own, considering the last few days. But maybe he's in better spirits now that what's her name? Oh god. Blanking.
Starts with a D.
Delphine?
Yeah.
Delphine. Yeah, Delphine. No,
Delilah.
Delilah?
Belle Delphine?
Oh no, his girlfriend.
Yeah, that was
So it definitely starts with a D.
So you guys
Deline?
make your way back to House Hunt Crown.
Yeah.
As you
Are we
are
on time?
approaching, you spot Fal and Aline leaving the park in front of House Hunt Crown.
Oh.
Oh, he
Arm
just
in
had a
arm.
date, see?
I will yell,
Sometimes.
Val! We're gonna
Fig's
have
gonna-
tea!
Fig's gonna grab Kaelin's shirt sleeve or whatever and be like, part of his
No,
problem
buddy.
might be that we're crowding him all the time.
Oh.
Does Val
You're right.
notice us?
Nevertheless, Deline notices you and turns and waves and starts guiding Fal towards you.
Ah, gosh. I didn't think about that. They were on a date.
Well, hello.
I mean, we don't want to interrupt.
Oh,
If you
hi.
all are-
Yeah, I didn't mean to, interrupt anything.
Oh, you
but
weren't
we have-
interrupting anything. We were just taking a walk through the park.
There's
And
a
just leaving.
tea meeting. Remember tea? But you two don't have to go. It's okay.
Oh, no. I wouldn't want to get in the way. I know you guys are doing very important things for the city. I'll just head back to the inn and wait for you there.
Val, do you want to go with her? Like, we could probably do tea without you if you wanted to. I mean, it would be very helpful for you to be there, but, like, also, you
I
want to spend time
think-
with...
Fal should stay with you.
Val, what do you want to do?
I'll stay.
Okay. Are you sure you shouldn't walk her back?
I'll be
first?
fine. I've been walking through this city for more than 2 decades now by myself.
I
It's
mean,
like-
she is a famous artist. She could come to tea with us, right?
Oh, yes, but I'm not
Screw it.
dressed for tea, especially in a noble household.
Veronica looks at her
Um,
outfit right now.
Can
Yeah,
I
what?
perception check what Fal's looking at like?
You don't need a perception check. Fal, what are you wearing? Your good stuff or your shitty stuff?
I think he's wearing his good stuff. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, Fal looks fine.
Then
Big-
Del, at that statement, glances over at Fal, makes kind of a okay face, and then turns back.
Fig just kind of goes, oh yeah, and puts her hand over her armor badge and says, honor, and it all goes, phew, 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 phew,
Are you putting it on or taking it off?
taking it off.
Got it.
So that she's like,
Got
in
it.
clothes and not big clunky armor.
Yep.
Kaelen dusts off the, breakfast crumbs. That's about it.
The lean will reach up and help you pluck another one off that you missed.
Thank you.
Mhm.
You're so nice.
I try.
Veronica's gonna mess up his hair.
Ah, God.
Well, if you really don't want to join for tea, that's fine. But I don't think it would be an issue.
Oh, I've met Lady Huntcrown. It would be an issue.
Wait,
Oh,
Fair
is
enough.
there a story behind this?
She's one of the many nobles in the city who are courting me for patronage.
Oh.
So
I'll see you at
don't
the
want to
end.
look like you've made a decision, so you've made a decision.
And also,
Probably-
I am pretty sure that the decision is not her. I did not like her very much.
Oh.
How come?
Enjoy your tea.
Oh no.
Oh, boy.
I
I'll
mean,
see you
I
later.
suspect a noble woman has
See you
plenty
tonight.
to say over someone she thinks is lower standing.
And then she turns and makes her way back to the inn. Or wherever she goes next, you don't know.
Yeah. Veronica's gonna make sure that her outfit is proper for tea as well.
I mean, what are you wearing? Are you still dressed for adventuring?
No, I think she would put on something a little bit nicer.
What do you
like-
have? Do you have alternative outfits?
I have my glamour thing. I can look any way I want.
Oh, that's right. You have glamored armor, the glamored leather.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's useful for a noble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Del will kind of take stock of the time and the conversation, and will look at his clothes and go, perhaps a tailor nearby.
Yeah. Oh, Fig, you got a bunch of that tea from someone. Jocelyn?
He had it sent from the tea maker, yes.
Maybe that would be a nice present to bring Lady Huntcrown. Like some of it, not a lot of it, but just like I hate showing up to a place without a gift.
Do I have a sense that that might be a faux pas to regift something like that?
Make an insight check.
Giving the whole thing, just a portion of it.
Depends. Are you regifting the whole thing or only a small portion? A small portion might be seen as, man, I got this thing, it was amazing, and I want to share it. A large portion is, man, I got this thing, it was terrible, white elephant.
Okay. Yeah. She'll portion off some. Let's see, how much should I get? A lot, I think.
Yeah,
You got a lifetime supply?
Pretty
Yeah,
close,
I
yeah.
have a whole fucking pound. Yeah, she'll like just portion off like 5 ounces. That's a pretty standard package of tea for one purchase.
Okay. Del's going to Taylor. We're packaging up some tea.
You know that a pound is only 16 ounces, right?
Yes, it's not actually a lifetime supply, but 5 ounces of tea is quite a bit of tea.
Yes.
So it's a generous gift.
Okay. I guess we
Hey.
head over to Huntcrown then.
Well, I think Del wanted to go see a tailor, didn't he?
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Sorry.
How do you
Do I-
want me to put that weight in? Or just leave it at a pound?
I don't know how.
I'll just leave it the way it is for now.
Make it 0.0625, and then you have 11 uses. That'll be 11 ounces out of 16.
Do I get paid as a war wizard?
Question. You should probably ask your employer that.
You budgeting out your spells here?
I have no money and I must spell.
Oops, that's wrong. That number. Anyways, so Del, you're looking for a tailor nearby. Yep, you find one not too far away. It's, big building, shears over the window.
Veronica will follow Del because she has a very interested in very fashion sense.
Make your way inside, and it is, looks like what you might expect. There's, cutting tables and sewing machine or sewing tables and all manner of mostly young teenage girls are busy doing the sewing on a number of products at once. But there is a man who's kind of watching over all of them, and as you enter, he looks up and says, hello, how may I help you?
Do you have the ability to because this isn't this is a tailor shop, not a clothing store.
Correct.
I'd need a... I do not know the name of the article of clothing that I want.
What's it look like?
But like an overcoat type, but the sleeves are in 3 parts.
You mean a waistcoat?
I have no idea.
So
Sounds like you're talking about a waistcoat.
it sounds like you're talking about a waistcoat.
Uh,
Or do you mean? You might mean a. Hold on.
Like a waistcoat is just a fucking vest.
Well, except that it frequently also comes with sleeves. But you might be talking about like the puffed sleeved thing.
Like a jerkin? Jerkins also often have sleeves that go with them that you tie on.
Well, jerkin's usually just a shirt. But here, something like this, maybe? Or like this? Oh.
This thing?
Oh no, he wants a
Poncho. A Ruana.
No, it's a Ruana. It's I actually have a ton of them. They're one of my favorite outfits. Yeah, it's a Ruana. It's traditional Irish garb.
They don't usually have like attached sleeves though.
Yeah. Anyways, if you like sketch it for him, he'll know what it is.
Mhm.
And I
Traditional-
imagine for a tailor, a Ruana would be super easy to make.
It's a traditional Moonshay garb.
Probably, yeah. Ah,
Yeah. And I'll sketch it out.
yes, I can make something like this. How quickly would you need it?
Would you perhaps be able to get something in 30 minutes?
Oh, for yourself.
Indeed.
Right. Arms up then. Come this way. And he moves you immediately to the center of the shop and puts your arms up and starts like taking measurements. What are you wearing right now?
Basically what's in the picture. It's a tailored vest and shirt.
Have we
You
entered
might even
into
call it a waistcoat.
That is in fact a waistcoat.
A movie montage of
He
tailoring.
he removes your vest, just discards it immediately, and starts taking additional measurements. Shirt off as well. I can't work like this. Waits for you to take your shirt off. Continues taking his measurements. Right, very well then. Girls, we have a very important order. Now then, I need Eloise and Lorena. Go to the back and fetch Lady Dornweather's... No, that won't do. Actually, yes it will. Her husband's coat. Go fetch it for me, please. We're going to be doing some re-alterations, and we'll just have to remake it later. You do have the gold for this, don't you?
How
The
much
last
could
name is Tammarast.
Very well, my lord. It will be arranged. And he turns
how much
and
can one Ruana cost?
gets to work. And within... do you guys want to wait and watch while they do all of this? Like, the whole shop goes into a flurry of activity.
I mean, Del is.
Veronica is entranced. Yes.
Yeah. So for the next 20 minutes, at least 5 girls and this tailor are busy, like, all hands on deck, cutting and sewing and ripping seams and re-sewing. And what you come out with is something that is shaped roughly like that, but is black and silver and very well adorned and detailed, extremely nice looking outfit. And he presents it to you after 20 minutes and says, put your shirt back on and let's have a look at this then. See if it fits you properly.
Yeah.
And he'll put it over you, adjust the shoulders. Yes, and like do some last-minute tailoring, takes it in at the waist a little bit. How's that feel? Can you twist and move in all directions?
He moves to test it out and approves.
A little bit tight here, and a little change there, and yes, that'll do. Do you like it? He'll move you towards a large, full-length mirror.
This will do nicely.
Excellent. Shall I bill it to your house, then?
I think that I will handle this particular garment immediately.
Oh, very well, then. That'll be 10 gold, sir.
And he'll hand him 11.
Thank you for your generosity. You're welcome back any time, my Lord Tammarast.
You got any shirts like this one, but without as many stains on it?
He's not a clothing shop, Kaelen.
He just kind of like looks down at you, looks up at you. Do you have the gold to pay for it?
Gold?
Yes.
How expensive are the t-shirts here?
Yes, he does.
Well,
Kaelen.
the coat I just made was 10 gold. A tailored shirt would cost at least 2.
No, not like his, like mine with no stains on it. And I point at mine.
No, I've nothing like yours with no stains on it. Nor with stains on it.
Do you
Maybe
have
slight
a
upgrade?
Okay, one moment.
Yeah, where would you
needs
buy
a
something like that off the rack?
Shirt to attend tea that is at least tailored.
And I suppose you need it in 10 minutes.
If you
Does
have
it have to be
something
tailored?
that can just be taken in real quick of his approximate size.
I usually go for a large. If you got one of those.
I don't even know what you're saying. Ugh, disgusting. And he turns and goes into the back. A moment later, he comes out with a dark, like, gray shirt and brings it towards you. The color might hide the stains that you'll get when you're eating.
This is exactly what I want. This is beautiful. Thank you.
Take your shirt off.
Oh, okay.
Throw it out the door. It's disgusting. I don't wish it on my floor.
All right. I'll take it off and I'll put it in my bag.
Ugh, filthy. Are you even washed? When's the last time you
just
bathed?
has like her face in her hand, like, oh my god.
A couple days ago.
Oh, disgusting.
For the record, Dell is setting the coins on the counter while they're handling this.
He turns the 11 or more.
For the shirt,
Oh,
he's
got
putting
it.
5 at the moment.
Yeah. He eyes the 5 and goes, very well. Put this on.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
This is
dear
soft.
Lord. Yes, of course it's soft. How do you live like this? And he starts like adjusting your belt and the hang of your axe and making sure it's all fitted properly. And then he looks at you, Del, and goes, "Your waistcoat might fit him."
Fig will quietly add, he needs to have full range of motion. He's not going to end up taking it off before we get into a fight.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I don't need a vest.
You need a vest if you're going to tea.
It's actually a good idea.
Oh, okay.
And he has
to
one
button
that
it?
he is not wearing. And you... you should be so lucky as to wear a nobleman's waistcoat to tea.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Dear lords, gods above, have mercy. Anyways, he helps you get into Dell's waistcoat and is just like, it doesn't fit here or here, but there's really not enough time unless you've more than 5 minutes.
No,
Fig
this
is just going
fine.
to sort of press her hands together in half a bow and say, Master Taylor, I promise we will not attribute that to your lack of expertise, because you clearly have it in abundance.
Just don't tell anyone where you got this shirt and I'll be grateful. The coat, of course, I would appreciate you telling them where you got, but not
certainly.
the shirt. It's not mine. It was never mine. I had nothing to do with this disaster.
Understood.
So I look in the mirror and I assume I look better than I've ever looked.
Oh man,
So
you look
it's like-
fantastic from your perspective.
I straighten up. and
You
fix
in
my
fact
posture and
you in
like-
fact are pretty sure you've seen Vane stalking the halls looking like this.
Yeah.
Should have just
Looks
taken
good.
Vane's clothing while you had the chance.
The word is handsome. You look handsome.
Fig's
Yeah.
going to let Del cover the payment and try to gently herd Kael out while saying, you have to understand, a tailor is an artisan.
Oh, I get it. This is a nice shirt.
It is
Tell
too.
everybody
It's like
about this shirt.
really soft.
Please do not. We would like to be able to return at some point, yes?
The tailor reaches up for the 5 gold, eyes you. Please come back anytime, but don't bring him.
I very much appreciate your time and attention.
Of course,
was-
my lord. It was an honor to serve you.
As she's guiding Kaelin out the door, Fig will call back, you do ladies' garments as well?
We do, of course.
Excellent. She's sweeping Kael out the door, and she'll come back to that later.
All right. And I
What
think
was the
we'll...
shop called?
It's called the Crimson Thread.
Crimson Thread.
Ooh, is she Ilmateri?
What?
Because
What?
Ilmater has crimson threads wrapped around his wrists.
No. It's a shop.
Yeah, I was just being smartass. That's all.
Shops don't worship gods.
Hmm,
Non-sentient
that
shops do not worship gods.
there you go.
Yes, but the owner of the shop may very well
He might.
advertise their beliefs.
Come get your shirts of suffering.
We will pick up in 2 weeks. All of you gain some amount of XP. What level are you guys these days? Level 6?
Level
20.
6.
I don't think it's 20.
You're not 20, 'cause you don't get XP at level 20.
You do actually
Yeah,
get
but
XP
then
at
we're 20.
We're at the
We are
level
level 6.
where you give us 500 XP.
500.
That
no.
seems
More like 5,000.
unlikely.
5,000?
It is 380 XP.
Pretty good amount of XP.
380 is not bad.
19,497.
Random 7. Where? Drive me to the madhouse.
I love it. I don't like even ones.
Why am I not surprised?
Anybody who does not have inspiration gains it. All of you roleplayed very well tonight. I appreciate it.
Hooray!
I didn't have a use for mine. I wanted to have a use for it today and just didn't run into one.
You could have thrown it at somebody else.
We didn't do a
I
lot
mean,
of rolls today.
You're right. There
Like
were
when I
not a
was
lot of rolls
failing-
today. It's almost
failing
like
that-
you guys are taking an extended rest right now and have chosen to roleplay the whole thing out, which is totally fine. Not a problem. But it does mean that there's not a lot of rolls.
Rob used his inspiration and actually rolled better. I figured if I tried to help him,
It would
there
only
was
go
nothing
poorly.
good
Yeah,
coming
that's...
of that.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong. Anyways, I'm going to end the stream here, and we'll pick up next week
Bye, Mark.
with... actually, we had 2 in the audience today. 3 now.
Whoa.
Oh.
Yeah.
And they're not bots?
No, they don't seem to be. So, anyways, we'll pick up next week with your meeting with Lady Hunt Crown.
Sweet.
Bye.